up, and welcome back to the Section 10 podcast, episode 478, presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your 35-34 third place Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog Bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom. Realest guys in the room. Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 in the building?
In the motherfucking building. Presented by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jake Yazzie.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of fuck yeah, the fucking Celtics, dude. They're up 3-0, dude. And you want to talk about how I'm getting fucked this week? I wanted to see them win at home. It's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen.
Probably not.
I see a lot of people out there being like, guys, don't complain. You know, if the Celtics, like, whether we get it at home or we get it on the road, don't complain as long as we get it. Well, I'm complaining. I want them to win it at home. What the fuck? What's the last Boston team to win it at home? The fucking Red Sox in 13?
Yes. Yeah.
Super Bowl's never at home.
No.
I mean, actually, no. Didn't the Rams...
The Buccaneers. Yep.
Didn't the Rams play a home Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah, both of them. Rams and the Bucks.
Teams have played.
Yeah, but not us.
Super Bowls,
It'll never be us.
No.
Celtics in 08. Sox in 13. That's it.
Sox in 2027.
Yeah. So you could make a case that this run of championships for Boston sports has sucked. Like, I had to fly across the fucking country to see the Red Sox win the World Series in 2018. That was annoying. I mean, fuck. I almost jinxed the Celtics last night because I compared this Celtics team to the 2018 Red Sox. I was like, yeah, like, this is like what Celtics fans are feeling right now is probably very similar to what Red Sox fans felt in 2018. And then the Mavs went on like a 22-2 run and made it a 1-point game when the Celtics are up by 21 points. Still held on, though. A win's a win. A win's a win. I've never, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say I've never watched a game that I could definitively say in any sport that a tweet determined the outcome of the game. Fair or unfair?
It's never happened. No, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We will be drizzling some ketchup later in the program as the Red Sox somehow managed to take a series from the Philadelphia. Yes, Tyler. You gonna tell us about some sort of trade that you want? What?
May I request the positivity horn?
He's like, remember when the Celtics lost Game 7 last year? Like, that was
all right.
terrible.
I'm not negative.
Yeah, hang on. It's right here.
I think we just... What?
Yeah.
Come on, we gotta play it.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No. People want
back me up.
to.
Steve,
No.
Steve,
Nope.
back me up.
Why? We'll get there.
This is a positivity horn kind of day.
Why? Why?
You took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies, a team that none of us believed you were going to win that series against. Thank you.
That's it.
All right, I'll take it.
That counts.
Coley, split.
Tyler's saying no one believed. The Red Sox did split. They came back down 4-0 in the middle game
crazy.
after they lost the first game. I fucking nailed this series, you jackass.
Listen, hand up credit to you, Coley. Unfortunately, the MLB does not recognize it that way.
Why would it be unfortunate? Why would you don't want that win?
I want the series win. I don't want the split. Fuck a split.
Well,
I'm
got
sick of
that.
splits.
The MLB gave us 2 wins.
That's what I'm choosing to celebrate.
Mm.
And you did it in a
feel
way that you haven't done this year.
I feel weird after this series. That's why I can't hit the positivity horn right now. I feel weird about after this year, like winning a series against the Philadelphia Phillies is very cool. I enjoyed it very much, especially in the fashion in which it was done. There was one other time, right, that they were trailing by 4 or more and came back Yeah, I think they ultimately still lost the game, but they did come back and tie.
Yeah, they hadn't won any game when they trailed by 4.
Yeah, so their biggest comeback this year was down 3-0 to the Rays on May 22nd. They won that 8-5.
I feel like
they
that
were
can't
down
be true.
5-1, and they tied it 5-5 against somebody and then lost.
That's
And
the game
lost.
they won. The Guardians was the game they lost, and that was on April 25th.
Yeah. So to be down 4 and to come back and win, that was very nice. I was very excited about that. Even, I guess the series opener, Zach Wheeler. I mean, I got to see a great pitching performance by Zach Wheeler. Kyle Schwarber hitting a first pitch home run to lead off the game and then having a 2-homer game. Congratulations to Tyler Milliken.
Thank you.
Where's the
Hype me up, baby.
The standing ovation.
Let's go.
Where's the standing ovation
Play
sound?
it.
You
Wait,
fucking
what?
idiot. Forget you fucking hyped up Kyle Schwarber. And he listens to, you don't think he listened to Section 10? Are you kidding me? He wears the shirts. He was talking to Jemai about Kyle from Waltham before the game. Obviously, he's listening to the podcast. He heard Tyler Milliken be like, wow, he believes in me like that? 2-home-run game? He thinks that I can have a 2-home-run game? What did he do? First fucking game out there. Bam. Fucking first pitch of the game. Next at bat. Schwack. 2-home-run game. Like, you fired him up. That first loss is on. We could have swept the Phillies if it wasn't for you.
Listen.
I can't put it all on
you.
Tyler when that thundering oaf Dom Smith was playing first base.
It was
Oh
a
my
rough
God.
moment.
Wait, did you realize? I don't know when the ceremony is, but at some point in the coming days, Dom Smith being awarded the Purple Heart for playing first base for the Boston Red Sox.
He nearly died.
Risking
was getting
his
sawed
damn
off.
life for a play that he didn't even make. Very excited about that presentation. Who's giving it to him? Is it Biden? I don't. Who usually? Is there someone else that usually gives it out, or is it the president of the United States?
Hunter.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Biden.
Hunter's the guy that does the hearts. Yeah,
Hunter Renfro.
Hunter Renfro. Yeah, he gives out the Purple Hearts.
Yeah.
David Hamilton
Was-
trade.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, David Hamilton, Alex Benelis, and wasn't there a third body in that trade? No,
No.
David Hamilton and
Vanellis was the
fucking-
big fish.
Oh, Jackie Bradley
Yeah,
Jr.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
so-
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Coming back. Yeah.
That's bad luck for you, dude.
Oh, I thought we were talking prospects. I didn't think we were
Terrible.
talking big leaguers.
Did I
here.
say prospects?
I assumed.
He didn't. He said,
I'll take a
yeah.
step
I
back.
said bodies.
Oh,
And-
we all just sat here for a second and had to
And
think.
Jackie Bradley Jr. has a hell of a body.
Mhm.
Have you seen him with no shirt on? Remember that video of him shadowboxing behind Hanley in like 2017 or whenever that was?
Yeah, good body.
It's a great body.
Intentional
I mean-
talk.
Yeah, great body, by the way. Speaking of MLB Network, I'll be there next week.
Gas up some other shows.
Yeah, that's
That's
well,
the
that's okay.
show he was on.
Yeah, it was. That's fine.
You just have a history. It's not your first
Hey,
offense.
All I'm going to say is I wasn't the one posting merch from other podcasts on our social media account today.
Who did that?
I don't know.
Did Steve
Jake
do that?
From other
Jake.
podcasts?
Or Steve. I don't know who posted it. Is that
No.
not from another podcast, that 310 to left shirt?
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, dude.
Whoa, you haven't done anything. All right. Hey, we're
My
good.
finger is right there. It's right
Oh.
there, dude.
Wow.
As I
I'm
said
on-
on
the
Twitter.
only reason why I haven't suspended you is because of like those like court cases where it's like, oh, we can't put this person in prison. Like he's clearly has a mental problem and like we need to put him in a psychiatric facility. Like that's you at this point. Like you were just like, I'm just gonna blurt out the name of other podcasts and you can't help yourself.
When I was tagged in a post from an opposing podcast over the last couple days, I did the
Yeah.
right thing. I quote tweeted it and said I had no comment at this time.
So you shared it.
Some would argue that it was shared.
Yeah, you did. All right, I tried, man. I try to keep you out the clink, but man, you be fucking up sometimes. And we still love you. Still love you. It's not a matter of we don't love you. Like we love you, but at the same time, some of your actions are indefensible. Your behavior is reprehensible, and some of the things that you do are quite simply appalling. So I think we have a
Bozo.
pretty clear, like Section 10 ground rules We don't promote other shows, and we don't slander Bobby Dahlbeck, and those are two things that you do almost every day.
Yeah, I have some thoughts on Bob in
Genuinely.
this series.
Yeah, well,
I
maybe
do.
keep them to yourself. Maybe keep them to yourself.
Maybe Dom Smith isn't the only one that should be criticized for some of their first base defense.
We're gonna get some Clark's Ketchup drizzling in this series, and I imagine that this individual, let's just say his name, David Hamilton, he'll get plenty of recognition in this series, as he should. But that's not to say that he doesn't take 9 fucking crow hops from shortstop to throw the ball to first base, and it still gets there on 1 hop, and Bob has to pick it and save his ass all the time.
Dom
Like,
Smith's
that's
been
not-
doing that for weeks. Let's be real.
No, he hasn't. He actually sucks at it.
Cora, that's the only thing we've talked about with Dom is
We
like,
can't
hey,
be giving Dom Smith credit.
for picking, he's been pretty good outside this or that first game in this series and that game against Atlanta where his brain turned into worms for an inning. And at the end of the day, is Bob hitting 350 in his last 7 games?
Oh, hey, by the way, hey, how's Garrett Cooper doing, you fucking dickhead? How's he doing?
Listen, Garrett Cooper crash and burn, but at the end of the day, Dom Smith is still better than Bobby Dahlbeck, and that's all that matters here.
That's one obstacle down. Everyone that tries to get in the way of Bob, they suffer the consequences.
Bob had to
Bobby
go sit
Dahlbeck.
in Worcester for a month.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
No, he's sitting on the throne.
Garrett Cooper's been on 2 major league teams this year, and a third hasn't even claimed him yet.
And at least he's spending his time in the big leagues. He's not sitting in AAA.
Listen, it's nothing personal.
He's
It's
sitting
nothing
at home
personal
now.
with Garrett Cooper. It's just quite simply that you were trying to get in the way of Bob, and no one gets in the way of Bob.
Listen,
Like someone had to go, and it was clearly going to be Garrett Cooper.
you had to give Garrett Cooper a chance based on the resume to see if he could kind of
Did
make
ya?
this happen.
Did
you
ya?
did.
Did you?
There was
Yeah,
no one complaining about Garrett Cooper when he came. here.
I
Can we
did
be for real?
immediately. The second that they announced the signing, I was complaining about it.
I don't think we even talked about him when they signed him. That's kind of how irrelevant he is and
Oh
ended
no!
up being for this
Oh
team.
no! Tyler had it in the notes for sure. Like I'm pretty sure he was like, "Oh, are we going to talk about Garrett Cooper? The Garrett Cooper signing? We're going to talk about it?" And I'm pretty sure I said no because I could sniff it out from a mile away. I was like, "Oh, he's going to be in the way of Bob? Well, that means he's not long for these parts."
It's just tough when you look at Garrett Cooper and as bad as he was offensively, he still somehow was better than Bobby Dahlbeck.
Well, who plays for the Red Sox? Bob.
Hey, Bob plays multiple positions,
Bobby Dahlbeck.
so he gets to stick around. I'll give him that.
Bobby Dahlbeck.
So he's a better ball player, is what you're saying?
Right now,
Yeah, he plays
unfortunately.
ball better. Steve,
not better than Dom.
Steve, I said.
Can I read something that's unrelated?
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to read this, maybe to break this up a little bit.
Yeah. Do you want
This
to play
was from
some
Alex
music or no?
Cora.
You want reading music?
Yeah, that would be great. Do you have reading music?
You can have Tyler's haiku music since who gives a fuck?
That
Excuse
feels
me?
wrong. That
What?
feels wrong. That
What?
feels
Excuse
wrong.
me?
What?
That feels
What?
wrong.
What?
I can't.
I'm protesting
Tyler,
haikus.
Tyler,
What?
I'm
No,
protesting them.
no,
There's no- I don't support this.
no, you can't do that. No.
Nah, you ruined them.
No. I didn't.
Tyler,
I
he
didn't,
hasn't done anything.
I
He
didn't
hasn't
do
done anything
shit.
yet.
My
You're
hands
just
are right
willing to-
here.
You said
My
nobody
hands are
wants to
right
hear the
here.
haikus.
That's
you
not
said
what I
nobody
said.
wants to hear them.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. You heard what you wanted to hear.
Do we have any
Steve-
reading music?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
That was the wrong
Out of respect
button.
to Tyler, I'm not
Dude,
going to do it.
That was the wrong button,
Then
dude.
suspend yourself. Take the
No,
punishment.
people make mistakes. Have some. Have
People
some.
make mistakes.
Now they make mistakes.
Have some grace. Have some understanding. It'll do you some good later in life.
The disrespect of the haikus.
No, I didn't disrespect anything. You know what, Steve? I know you want to read something, but I really want to get to the haikus right now. Do you mind if we do the haikus first and then we?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Tyler.
I'd like for Steve to do his reading first.
Okay.
Tyler, I insist. You
No,
go
yeah,
for
I
the
mean-
cruise right now, brother.
Yeah. I feel like Tyler.
I insist back. Steve.
All right,
Read.
but like at the Coley.
I'll take the ball. I just read through Tyler's notes. Garrett Cooper's DFA is not in there.
Oh.
Why is it not in there,
Oh, why
Tyler?
not?
The notes this week are focused on the game simply because it was such an important
That's not
series.
true. There's a whole section about the Financial Times, which we hit last show.
Yeah, we did.
And then Cora's response.
Yeah.
Those had nothing to do with the
Yeah.
games. One would argue they didn't have a single fucking thing to
I
do
would
with
agree
the
with
games.
that. Yeah.
I'm a little sad for Garrett Cooper as a whole, so maybe I did overlook that as I put these notes together.
His holes are fine.
Yeah.
He sucked.
What are you sad
Listen,
about?
He sucked. I didn't want him here anymore. I can admit he sucked. Like, what do you want from me? But Dom Smith is better than Bobby Delbeck, and that's all that mattered. And you were right to take a chance on Garrett Cooper, because you know why? Bobby Delbeck was the worst hitter in the big leagues, and you had to give him a shot. It didn't work. But hey, one of your flyers did work. That's what matters. Keep throwing darts. Thank you. Steve, read.
All right, buddy. You know what, you motherfucker?
We were just being so nice to each other. What the hell, man?
Steve was like, "Hey, I want you to do the haikus," and you just like, what's the attitude for? What's the attitude for? What are you mad about? You're that mad about Garrett Cooper?
No, I'm upset about the haikus. I'll be honest. I'm upset about the haikus. I can be open. I'm
All right,
a man.
well, I wanted
have
you to
feelings.
read them, and you said no.
It was a pity read because you felt bad. You disrespected them.
No, I didn't. I don't feel bad about anything. I don't feel bad about it. I
think that's true.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
the entire listening audience of this podcast has been complaining about me for a fucking week, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. So do you want to do the haikus? Because I want to hear them right now.
Fucking play him. Down 4, comeback time. Valdez and Hamilton, time. The 500 climb.
Wow, I like that one.
That might be my favorite one.
That was bars.
O'Neill's knee. Pain free. Duran wants ketchup, I see. Sox bats, pitchers flee. A series of haikus by Tyler Milliken.
That first one was really good.
Thank
The first haiku. Jake, write this down. Haiku of the year nominee. By the way, is Kevin Youkilis still alive? I feel like the last time that I texted him the last time that there was ketchup and he didn't answer. And then I said, wow, I haven't texted you for a vote in almost a month. And then he didn't answer that either. So, I mean, we need a wellness check on Kevin Youkilis.
I was at the Brady event last night, so I think he's alive.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's been a month since we've been able to do ketchup, Tykus. How do you stay sharp, Tyler, in between Tyku readings?
It's a little tough. I was concerned coming into the podcast today that I would stutter or I wouldn't have my typical flow kind of hitting those notes like I do. But I practice from time to time, especially after I read a good one. The one on Tuesday night I felt really strong about.
Yeah.
So, in the later innings as the game or on Wednesday, I should say, that haiku, as the game kind of got out of whack a little bit and we knew they were going to win. I'll drop a couple instrumentals. I'll try a couple different flows and see what works for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. You know what else is good? The Underdog Fantasy app, because it's the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats, strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. Make entries of all baseball or mix and match across your other favorite sports. You can win up to 100 times your money, and it's a ton of fun. Underdog's available in our favorite state, Canada, right, Coley?
Oh, buddy. Is
New
it
Brunswick?
Pavetto.
Is it all Canada, or is there like certain provinces?
I think once you're in Canada, you get all of
Yeah.
Canada. I don't think they do the picking and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one state.
Yeah, what are you doing?
They still
in
pray to
Canada?
the Queen and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
they don't really know what's going on up there.
Yeah. Well, make sure that you sign up with the promo code Jared. That is JARED to get up to $250 in bonus cash and a special pick on Underdog. That is Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared. Jake, can we? How much can we say about the home run derby? Are we allowed to provide some details about what's going down here?
Yeah, I mean, this thing's happening, so we can start talking about it.
All right. So here's the deal. 162 guys, 162 girls, 162 gays, everyone that's listening. At the All-Star game in Dallas, Texas, we will be holding a home run derby where I believe we only have one open spot left. Assuming that Tyler's coming. Do we know? We don't know. We do know. We do know. We do. We don't know.
No final answer.
No final
Vacation
answer.
week, so people haven't been in.
Okay. All right. So maybe it's a maybe. We're hoping that T-Dog can join us. If it's a yes, it'll be me, Dallas, J-Hay. Is Joey in? Do we know, Jake?
Joey is in.
Joey, Steve, Coley, Tyler, and then a mysterious. Oh yeah, Coley's not coming. Yeah, Coley won't be there. Actually, I
Coley
made that
hit
up.
it with a big no. That was a big not gonna be there.
Yeah.
You're shocked every time I tell
I
you
am.
I'm not going.
I am.
It is like the
Father of
greatest
soon to
reason
be
ever.
Every
three.
time.
I mean, J-Hay's wife is about to give birth at any moment. We're at 7? No, 6. We're at 6. So we have 2 open spots. Who am I forgetting? Because I feel like we had 1 open spot.
We had Jeremy and Mike in there.
Well, you're counting me.
Yeah, Jeremy and Mike. Right.
Okay.
I think they're hitting. Yep.
Can we talk about the fan participation? Are we allowed to speak about that
You mean in the Derby or like how they can watch
in the
it?
Derby? In the
Yeah.
Derby.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You explain it because I wasn't in that meeting.
Well, I think we're just debating what the last spot is going to be, either a celebrity guest player or potentially a fan participant. So just we'll let you guys know on social.
It'd be very funny if just like out of nowhere, here's William Opeña, and we're just like, fuck.
Get Franchi.
Or it's Joe Bruzzo.
It could be Joe Bruzzo. I mean, I've seen like MLB guys try to swing a wiffle ball bat, and it's not the same. Like being good at wiffle ball is a much different thing from being good at baseball. It's very different. Very different. Tyler, how's your quick twitch muscles?
So I'll be honest, I have
Mhm.
never, really played wiffle ball consistently since I got my eyes fixed. Now, I didn't have the surgery, but I was
you're like Bobby Dalbec.
I neglected glasses. I was anti-glasses. No, the thing with Bobby Dalbec is after he got the glasses, he still couldn't hit. So I don't know if after
That's
I
enough
get it,
out of
I
you.
could hit.
There is something. I
Yeah,
learned something
Steve.
new about this guy. He got his eyes fixed. What
I don't
happened?
know. He got his
Sounds like
eye.
you got glasses. Sounds like he accepted glasses.
He's putting his
Yeah,
finger up and he's
Yeah,
suspended. You
dude, you're
can't do that, Tyler.
That's
Come on.
not how that works at all.
Crazy. It's a
Steve,
great way to get double banged.
Yeah.
Steve, how do you think you're gonna fare in the home run derby?
I think I'm going to be solid, honestly. I don't know if I'm going to win it, but I think I'm better than you think I'm going to be. I
Definitely.
remember specifically you were chirping me at winter weekend, and I actually wasn't that bad in the batting cage.
No, you weren't. I was going to say Steve had a solid swing in that cage.
Yep.
Yeah. Tyler?
You would say no regardless. You would say no.
No, you were
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
you were
Steve hits it clean over the monster. Jared's like, oh, what a
Yeah.
gust of wind carried
he
that
was
one.
he was fucking tomahawking balls into the ground. What are you talking about, Cole?
I was hitting ropes.
You were hitting.
He was not.
You were,
He was not. He was hitting the ball in the air. He did better than I did.
Yeah.
where? What are
Come
we
on.
talking about in the batting
Winter
cage?
weekend like 5 years
Winter
ago.
weekend.
5 years ago.
The
Yeah.
2019 one.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. The only one I
I'm
went
pretty
to.
sure I got video of that.
Ah,
He
no,
was
I went to
tomahawking balls into the ground.
No, we got footage. You were rooting like, get him next time, Stevie. But I was hitting the ball well. Like you so badly wanted it to be
I
bad,
did.
but it wasn't bad.
Listen,
I will say, I think where Jared's getting confused, I do think you have a lot of weight on the front foot.
Yeah.
But it
yeah.
wasn't a tomahawk. Like that part's incorrect. You just
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know,
yeah,
man.
it was
Maybe
like-
I misremember.
you look like a Craig Counsell, Craig Biggio.
I think
He's
you
like,
wanted it to be bad so bad that you
why did
pictured
I
it
want
being
it to
bad.
be bad? Why would I want it to be bad?
Well, I think we had something on the line or something. I forget.
no, we did it. I
You-
didn't even go in the batting cage because they were like, "Oh, wear a helmet," and I was like, "I don't do that."
Well, yeah, you didn't want to mess the hair up.
I
Yeah.
didn't have hair back then.
Right, you were buzzed back then. That's
Mhm.
right. Mm-hmm.
I just
I think you might have been starting to grow it.
maybe, but not really. I still had like a buzz cut at that
Like the
point.
very beginning.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But I was more just like, out of principle, I'm not wearing a fucking helmet in a batting cage where the fastball is 55. Yes, Steve?
I got something I wanted to read. Do you have the?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stevie Reed.
Sign up with Underdog. You can pick 8 through the NBA playoffs, up to 325 times your money when you pick 8. Sign up with Underdog, enter code Jared, spell it however you like, and you can get up to $250 deposit match bonus. Steve.
Very good. Do we have the music?
I'm just gonna say I didn't get to speak on my eye incident, and it's kind of bothering me. I'm sorry. Go
Well,
ahead,
you can
Steve.
wait your goddamn turn because we have some reading music
It's
right
Steve's
now.
turn. It's clearly
It's
Steve's
definitely Steve's turn.
All right. I blindly picked this off of YouTube, so we'll see. We turn it up a little bit. It's from Alex Cora after the finale of Red Sox Phillies.
This is great meditation music.
We gonna lose some games. We gonna win some games. We show up every day. We work hard. Sometimes it's gonna be good. Sometimes it's gonna be great. And sometimes we're gonna struggle. Because that's who we are. We have accepted that as a team. And we're gonna show up every day and try to kick your ass. Sometimes we will. Sometimes they'll kick our ass. That's the bottom line. Alex Cora after the finale.
I mean, I watched him say that. And
Yeah.
I got a laugh out of saying, sometimes they're going to kick our ass too. And it's,
Dude.
yeah. I mean, listen, that's the way baseball goes. He basically described the season. He's like, some days we're going to show up and kick your ass. And some days we're going to show up and you're going to kick our ass. And that's the 2024 Boston Red Sox, baby.
When I saw him doing that, I'm like, he's doing a Section 10 promo right now. Like, the
Yeah.
manager of the Red Sox is doing a we're 500, what do you want me to do promo. So shout out to Cora.
Yeah. He's very self-aware, and I think because he knows, obviously, this is his last season with the Red Sox, he doesn't have to sugarcoat anything. Like, he doesn't have to, be like, oh, never know what could happen. Like, he's like, yeah, we're a 500 team, and this isn't the year that ownership wanted to go all in and whatever. So fuck it. That's where he's at. That's where I'm at.
It
That's
is
where I've
funny
been at.
too, because it's the same people, the same reporters asking the questions, and I'm not necessarily getting on them, but it's like, hey, what is a night like tonight? What does these last two mean? He's like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, we're still 500.
Yeah.
It's not. This doesn't like change
Yeah.
how I view the club I have in there.
No.
I got a ridiculous roster that I got to patch together, and we're gonna be 500. Like, what do you want me to say, guys? I say this on the road. I say it at Fenway. This is who we are. So there you go.
Yeah. You got to respect the honesty. And, I'm very much just numb to it at this point. I watch because I love baseball. Watching Tanner Houck tonight, it was nice. It's like he doesn't have his best stuff, but he still gives you 6. It was cool seeing Cora's reaction to Houck coming down the dugout steps after his outing was over. Like, he gave him a standing ovation because Cora knows, like, he's smart. Like, hey, man, you don't have your best shit tonight, but you still went 6 against this Phillies team and only gave up 3 runs. And it was all in one swing, really, and it was Schwarber. And if Tyler didn't fire Schwarber up, then maybe that doesn't even happen. Maybe he goes 7 shut instead of 6 with 3 earned. I don't know. It's just not something that we're going to look at with hindsight. But all in all, I think everyone is just like at a level of acceptance. And it's when you look at the standings, it's way worse in the National League. I mean, all you have to do is be 500 or better, and you're in the playoffs. But in the American League right now, you're 2 games out of a wild card spot. There's just one team in front of you, and it's the 6th. It's the Twins. They're the 6th seed right now, and then it's you at 2 games, and then after that, it's the Tigers. You're better than the Tigers. And then it's the Blue Jays. You're better than the Blue Jays. And then it's the Rays. You're better than the Rays. So, I mean, it's the Orioles are going to be there. The Royals should be there. And is it crazy to say I think the Red Sox are better than the Twins? Are the Red Sox going to fuck around and make the playoffs?
Let's go.
Are the fucking Red Sox? Are the fucking Red Sox going to make the playoffs, Tyler? Is this team going to fuck around and make the goddamn playoffs this year?
Bobby
They
Dalbec.
ain't doing
Just
it if Bobby's
tread until
hot.
Casas
If
and Abreu
Bobby
get back.
Dalbec gets hot, Tyler, look the fuck out. This is a team.
They
All
need
they
that,
gotta
it's
do.
over.
Hey, one more time. All this team has to do is get hot for 1 month. If the Boston Red Sox play like 650 baseball for one of the remaining months, we're talking wild card, baby. We're talking about a team that's going to be playing in October. October baseball, baby. You don't fucking know shit about that. This team's got what it takes. But you know what? One more time. Because one of the quotes that you left out, Steve, Alex Cora was talking about this lineup. He was like, and you know what else he said about this lineup? He's like, hey, I'm not trying to get people excited, but we're starting to get a little healthy. We might have a healthy problem on our hands. We got Tyler O'Neill came back tonight. We got Wilyer Abreu right around the corner. Then Tristan Casas fucks around and shows up. Then what happens? Then what type of team? You know what? One more time. Then what type of team are we talking about when these Boston Red Sox start to get a little bit healthy? And then you start looking at these fucking wild card standings, and you're like, all right, the teams that were behind us, we're better than them. The one team that's in front of us, the Minnesota Twins, I think we're better than them. So I'm just going to ask the question, is this a wild card team? Is this a wild card team? I don't know. I feel like it might be. I feel like we're talking wild card. I think we're talking the 6 seed wild card. I think that's what the conversation that we're having right now, Steve.
I believe for the first time all season, I could be mistaken, but the Red Sox now have the 3rd highest postseason odds in the AL East. That was not the case for a while, but now they're ahead of the Blue Jays and the Rays. So just saying, 18%.
Tyler gave up on this
saying.
team. Tyler gave up on this team. He said there was no way.
Tyler specifically.
Yeah, Tyler was like, there's no way. I don't see it. I don't believe it. But let it be known. Write this date down, June 13th. That was the day that I told you that this team is the 6th wild card. It's not a fifth. It doesn't smell like the 5th.
No,
it's definitely not the top wild card team. This is a 6 seed wild card team if I've ever seen one before in my goddamn life. Jake, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, they're playing 6 seed ball right now for sure.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Earlier, Cole, you've been too quiet. Well, you don't agree?
I wish Royce Lewis didn't come back.
Yeah.
I would be more in on this because Royce Lewis, this is what this fucking asshole does, right? He comes in, he plays every game, he hits a mammoth home run every single game. Honestly, he's got to be on pace for more than Judge, like per 162.
He's a very good baseball player, but he also has problems staying healthy. So just because he's here right now,
that's all the Twins. They built the whole team out of fragile fucking guys. It's an insane strategy. I'd also like to say, like every once in a while, you'll see a sport introduce the most insane rule of all time. The Twins likely would probably play the Yankees in the postseason. We know how that fucking goes. No one wants to see that again. Get them out. They should be banned from postseason play.
I agree.
Just run 2021 back.
And yeah, here's the thing. You might not have to ban them. You can just be better than them and just be the number 6.
Telling you.
It's a thought. The Sox notes tweeted out this morning, and I still haven't been able to wrap my head around this. The Red Sox have, this morning it was 7. It's now 8 players with an OPS of at least 800. That's the most in the MLB. Now, it doesn't feel like that because none of these guys have really played at the same time. You've got Rafael Devers, who's clear in the 900s. You've got Rob Refsnyder, who this was as of this morning, 871. Casas, 857. Tyler O'Neill, 852. Connor Wong, 839. Wilyer Abreu, 829. Hamilton 820. Duran this morning was at 794. Then he came up and ate a double every time he stepped into the box. So he's over 800 now. You've got 8 players, 27 teams, again, as of this morning, had 3 or fewer players with an 800 OPS. The Red Sox have the deepest lineup in baseball, and they just don't play at the same time. You get like 2 of those guys a game.
Well, that's been
Jake's onto something. They're playing 6 seed ball. They're playing 6 seed ball, which is going to get them going to Seattle in the first round. Talbot?
this whole time. It's just been, can you survive right now? The Yankees and Phillies.
Wouldn't that be
these
the
are the 2 series? Huh?
Wouldn't that be the Yankees?
Who?
If you're the 6, you play the 3, right?
I thought you.
Yeah, 1 and 2 get buys, don't
Yeah.
they?
Oh yeah, duh.
Yep.
Yeah. So we would
You
play
were just
Seattle.
goofing. You were just goofing.
We would
Yeah,
probably beat
And
them.
then if we would beat Seattle and then play New York. Yeah.
dude, Sox Yankees ALCS this year? Let's go.
No, that would be the division series.
Right, right. We're so good at the new bracket. Sox Yankees World Series?
Yeah,
Sign
dude.
me up, man. We're getting Sox Yankees World Series this year. It's going to be nuts.
That would be. Listen. All right. Are you listening? Listen.
Is this a World
This is
Series
such a bad
preview at
idea.
Fenway this weekend?
Listen.
Right before this series we're about to play. This is
Listen.
Go for it, Jared.
All right. And I mean, even if the Yankees kick our ass this weekend, I'm pretty sure they kicked our ass right before at Fenway Park, right before the wild card game in 21 too. So
Mhm.
this,
They did.
yeah. I'm just saying, it would be very funny. It would be very funny if the Red Sox just somehow 500 their way to a 6th wild card spot, beat the Mariners because they just can't score any runs. Someone has to, so eventually it'll be us. And then the Red Sox just find their way in a division series against the Yankees, and that's how the Yankees season ends. Is like they don't take us seriously enough, and the Red Sox end up winning
yeah, they raise it.
yeah, the this Red Sox team, like the David Hamilton led Red Sox, end up in the American League Championship Series.
Hey, you just got to win one there, all right?
Yeah.
The Seattle series is over. The Sox are getting by the Mariners.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
worried about
that's
that.
done. Not
Yeah.
worried about that at all.
Yeah.
You just got to win one in Yankee Stadium and
Yep.
get back to Fenway,
Yep.
and that thing's not going back to the Bronx. No
No.
chance.
John
This is
Henry
exactly
will be
how it goes.
clowning on everyone, man. He would be out there. Oh my God, he might be on the field before every single
John
game.
Henry's not allowed at the parade this year. He
He's
ain't
not allowed to
He'll be
playoff
driving
games,
the
too.
boat.
We need to just lock him up. He can't go to the playoff games. Once
No.
they beat the Mariners, Henry can't watch that.
Yeah. So I got Sox over Mariners in 2. That's a quick
Yeah, that's
one.
a sweep.
That's a quick
Yep.
one. And then what? Red Sox over the Yankees in 5, or do you think it's 4? 4?
No, 4. It's not going back to the Bronx. Yeah, you
okay,
just got to get
alright.
one there, and
Alright.
then it's done.
Sox in 4.
Yeah, the Yankees. Here's exactly how it goes. The Yankees win game 1 like 14
11 to 5,
Like,
I was
just
going to say.
absolutely
Yeah.
shuttlecock us into
Mhm.
the ground. And then game 2.
That wakes up
the Yankees have
Rob
the lead.
Refsnyder.
Obviously.
Yeah, Ref
Short
Snyder, revenge game Ref
Mhm.
Snyder, and David Hamilton carry us. And then game 3 is Houck at
Oh,
home.
yeah.
And then they're just drowning. They're just
You
drowning.
want to talk about Wong Dongs? How about a couple of those right down your fucking throat? Just a couple.
Well, he
of
has
Wong
his
Dongs.
Vasquez moment, the
Yep.
walk-off Wong Dong in like
Yep.
the 13th in game 3, and then that
Mhm.
just drains him. Forget,
Yep.
who cares who's going game 4?
Yeah.
They're mentally out of it.
Yeah.
Not even a mention of Rafi or
DeGrom.
Duran. That's how good this team is.
With game 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
for
this is
them.
game
Get the script.
4.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. They don't do division series MVPs, but it would probably be Nick Pivetta.
Mhm.
He
Yep.
pitched out of the bullpen in 3 of those games. All the 3 wins were all Pivetta bullpen
Yep.
performances.
Who do we get in the CS?
I think it's the
Probably
Royals.
Baltimore.
Yeah, it's either Baltimore or Kansas City. I think we might be heading to Kansas
Yeah,
City.
Baltimore is gonna kick the shit out of us, but
might have
it
a
doesn't
6-5 matchup in the CS.
They haven't won a playoff game yet,
no,
right?
not this.
They got swept
Correct.
last year?
Yep.
Or we're just putting him in the World Series against the Sox.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, that might be 0-6, but a hell of a run for the boys, though.
ALDS champions.
Yeah.
Hauk wins game 1.
How can Corbin Burns
goes early on game 4?
How can Corbin Burns have the same ERA right now? They're both at 2.08.
Locks it down in game 7. He gets the ALCS MVP.
Who does?
3 wins, 3-0. Tanner Houck. He wins all 3 games he starts.
Bayo, after all these negative fucks talking shit about Bayo all year, he comes out and plays the role of Kurt Schilling in game 6 and just shoves it down their fucking throat and just says, you know what? Game 7 on me. It's on me, guys. Hop on my back. So,
and hey, they win. He throws a complete game. He gets to slam his glove celebrating.
Yep.
It's a full circle moment.
Yep.
I can already see it.
Yep. He slams the glove as like a fuck you to everyone that had a problem with him doing that.
Yeah, all those people.
Mm-hmm. Dickheads.
And then Mookie Betts and the Dodgers come to Fenway and sweep us the fuck out.
Or you know what? It's the fighting Phils again, who we just wiped our ass with them. So
Don comes back, bring the Padres here.
Yeah, the Padres are pretty much the
Manny
Red
Machado
Sox of the
revenge.
West Coast.
Oh, there we go. Mm-hmm. Padres, Red Sox World Series after the Yankees, Red Sox World Series.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta get through. You have to get through that World Series first.
All right, I'm do it.
See you next season.
All right.
Yeah, season prediction.
Turn to section 10.
Steve,
you're one of the books.
Weather look ahead for the World Series.
It's going to be pretty cold, actually.
Give me the weather look ahead for opening day. Give me the opening day, the ring ceremony.
Ceremony.
Yeah, it could happen.
We started that off. Like, it is absurd how many players have stepped up offensively for this team. No one saw David Hamilton contributing, like, in any facet, like maybe pinch running. Like,
I never doubted him.
Let alone.
I was offended just seeing him out there. Like, it was brutal when seeing him on your screen. You're like, what the hell are we doing? And now he's the best player on the team. It's crazy.
It's cool though to see like Duran coming out and kind of talking about it. He's like, dude, I went through that. He was like, I was the guy everyone shit on. They were terrified to see me in the lineup or in the outfield. He's like, and they sat him down for a couple of weeks and he was like, Hamilton just picked everybody's brain. He was asking everybody, how can I change my swing? How can I do this? How can I do that? And then you have a guy who's legit hitting 326 over his last 30. Nobody. He's never even hit like above 260 in the minors.
All of these guys that we talked about it with Willier at the top of the year, he got off to that dog shit start. Connor Wong had like a 1.5, 2-year dog shit start. Tyler O'Neill's not a prospect, so he doesn't count. Casas, he was obviously had the high on base since the moment he was born, but he wasn't swinging it really. People were pissed about him when he first came up. Like, they've all kind of gone through it. It's a weird little thing. They can all be like, when you come up, you just got to fucking suck for a month and then people will write you off and then you're nasty. It's just how we do things. That's the Red Sox way.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that does get back to what Cora was saying when I was, reading the post-game quote there of like, we know who we are. Like, this is what the team is. Obviously, there's guys that are missing. You're going to have to fill in and do your best. It really is like a little league. Just try your best out there, David. And he is. He's hitting 367 in the last 3 weeks. So I think his body language is really telling the story, too. He looks comfortable. Like, I think he's made one error this month, even though it's only like, 12, 13 days into the month. I made sure to count it. I'm like, that's not bad. I thought it was going to be higher than that. So, no, I tip my cap to him. He's doing it all. 8 steals in the last, couple weeks. So he's been great.
I saw a couple people tweet it out. Like, I think everyone's thinking it. If Vaughn Grissom gave you the production David Hamilton's been giving you at the bat, you'd be coming close. Yeah. Like, everyone would be thrilled.
Yeah, Hamilton's arguably the best second baseman in baseball if he put these numbers up over the course of a season. Like, he'd be competing with anybody for almost, an MVP award with a 950 OPS. That's how ridiculous the numbers actually are.
I love David Hamilton.
Great guy.
Well,
which I'm glad we called that out from the start.
We did say that.
We knew.
We always said he was good.
Yeah.
We knew Coop was a bad person. We called that out, so we got him out of there. There's no coincidence they got him the fuck out of there. They start beating the best team in baseball's brains in on consecutive nights.
Breslow called us up and was like, what do you guys think? I'm not talking about the player. What do you think about Garrett Cooper, the person? We said he's a bad guy. He's like, you don't want him around. He got rid of him. So
we're going to Fox in the hen house. Get him out. Get Yoshida
Just
back.
a real meanie, that guy. So he's gone.
Yep. See you later. And David Hamilton is the face of the franchise at this point right now. It's David Hamilton, Rafael Devers. So,
yeah. Which was the plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Devers sneaky has, like, he's 8th in OPS in baseball right now. Like, it's been, he just gets taken for granted. We were having a debate. I don't even know if Jared was part of it, but at my daughter's birthday, I was like, Rafael Devers is a superstar in Major League Baseball. And I got pushback from multiple Red Sox fans. Like, no, I don't think. Like, no, yes, he fucking is. Trig, some other older people were saying that. They were like, he's like a tangential all-star, this and that. It's like, no. In terms of power hitter in the league, which is all anyone cares about right now, we're not doing that Tony Gwynn shit anymore. No disrespect to him, but it is a power hitter league at the moment. Rafael Devers is an elite power hitter. Like, to say he's not a superstar right now feels insane to me. Genuinely insane.
That is insane. Yeah, I feel like people out of the Boston market should be the ones that are, I guess, semi-debating that. But if you're a Red Sox fan in the Boston market, it should be no debate that Rafael Devers is one of the best offensive players in baseball.
He's on pace to set career highs, OPS plus. This is the best version we've seen of him at the plate, the most complete. Guy that draws walks, the guy that still hits for power. Like, when your down year is 33 homers and 100 RBIs, like, I feel like that's what should tell you a superstar is. Like, it's just he's not publicly facing. He doesn't do a lot of interviews, obviously. I think that's what it is. He kind of just shies away from that. And there's just the constant narrative anytime you bring up Devers, well, look at his defense. That's the first thing everyone wants to kind of throw at you.
Yeah, because that's what they paid him for, his defense.
Yeah, 11 years to get 11 gold gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and say what you will about the defense this year. It's been better.
It
like,
has
the
been
metrics
better.
aren't great, but it's not like you've seen moments. Like, where has he really cost you in a significant way?
I think people expect him to be like a 40, 120 guy, and it's like, he might have a couple of those. He doesn't need to be that. Like we said an episode or 2 episodes ago, Devers is extremely consistent, and he's a 30, 100 guy. Like, that is what he is. He's going to hit 30 homers, give you 100 RBIs. And like Coley said, his OPS is going to be in like the 900s. That's consistently what he does. It does kind of suck that Jose Ramirez exists, because he's probably going to steal a lot of he's going to steal a lot of all-star starts, right? Like, that's what he's already done, and he's going to keep doing that because he's Barry Bonds apparently. But yeah, Devers does get overlooked, and I feel like we all are kind of a little guilty of it, but he's consistently doing it.
He do be doing it.
This fan base, as long as I can remember, severely underrates the homegrown talent. It happened with Xander every year. He was always in that final 4 fucking voting. And it's like, we have the 3rd largest fan base? That's disgraceful. I understand we're not all nerds filling out all-star ballots all the time, but it was always inexcusable. And it's going to happen to Devers again for the foreseeable future. And it drives me insane.
It wasn't always that way.
Sure,
we used to dominate the fan voting.
Yeah, we got some fringe guys in there, right? It's like, what? Really?
Hideki
He made the
Okajima.
All-Star? Oh, right. We just there we go.
Well deserved.
It was Okajima, it was Veritek and Damon, I believe, were the vote-ins for the Red Sox.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Back in the day. Yeah.
I would vote so much for those ballots. Oh, that's all I did was vote. I mean, as summer as a kid, Sox fan, nope, I can't hang out. I'm voting for Johnny Damon to make the All-Star game.
I remember
I've got really small holes to poke out and mail.
Yeah. Like back in the day, they used to like go up and down the aisles at Fenway and hand out the voting thing, and then they'd give you a pencil and you'd poke the fucking holes for your vote, and then they would have like the little drop-off boxes to put them in. Yeah, I used to vote the fuck out of the All-Star game.
That's real voting.
Oh,
Yeah, just clicking on a site. Nah, that's not the same.
That was back when voting.
You got to get a pen.
Even the hashtags. No one's counting those hashtags. That's the real voter fraud going on in America.
And it's just like it's so spammy too. It's like, no, you at least click. Like now it's like less than clicking. Like, come on, get back to clicking at least.
At least click.
Is the voting open?
Yeah.
I believe so.
A couple weeks ago.
The Yankees put out a really, I hate to admit it, but actually, it's not the Yankees that are funny, but we can give the Yankees credit for welcoming a funny idea. But they, Nikki Cass video, very funny. If you follow Nikki Cass on Instagram or TikTok, he did a video for the Yankees to vote for their All-Stars. It's very funny. You can check it out.
He's a good example of actually being funny with the skits. Instead of just being like, yeah, dude, get me a sub kid. Like, that's not funny. Like, actually have a plot.
Boston has the worst, content creators.
I think we're last place. It's so bad.
We're last place. Well, because most of them are not from Boston. I feel like we talked about this before. Like, the Boston content creators are not from Boston. They're people from out of state. It's not even like they're from, like, fucking, like, west of the Pike. They're not even from Massachusetts, and they're trying to like portray people that are from Boston. That's why the Boston content creators suck. But Nikki Cass, very fun. Very fun.
That's right.
That's right.
You know what?
Good point.
Well, this all reminds me about how some beers can say that they're brewed for baseball, but only Blue Moon is brewed by baseball. Beer and baseball, they just go together, and no beer goes better than the one that was literally born in a ballpark. Blue Moon was created at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. It's the natural choice for opening day and all season long. I'll be having some Blue Moons tomorrow night, right? What's the fucking deal? Is it supposed to rain now? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not looking great. Don't want to.
So we're not going to BP now? Great. We're not going to BP?
Probably not. We'll see. TBD.
What do you mean?
Well, if it rains, they're not going to have it.
So then what are we going to do?
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
We're going to drink Blue Moons is what we're going to do, Steve. We're going to have some Blue Moons tomorrow from its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel for a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander. Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale is a one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Blue Moon was brewed by baseball to give you a dose of nostalgia and get you excited for the new season. Why strike out with the same old beer when you can get something that is one of a kind? Its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer experience that is perfect for spring weather. Best served with its signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful hazy color. A beer this good only comes around once in a Blue Moon, but you can enjoy it all season long. Bring the ballpark to you with Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale. It's a one-of-a-kind every time. Get Blue Moon delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared to see your delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter, celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Trying to think of anything else that's stood out in this series for me. Homer problem's still a big deal for Cutter. Don't love that. He mentioned after his last start, previous to the Phillies start, that he was starting to get a little, he said, not an excuse, but I've never had this kind of workload this early before. And then the Red Sox immediately gave him an extra day's rest. Even though
two extra
days rest. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think from Cutter that obviously this was his best start out of the last 4 he's gone out there. But 8 Ks, that's his most. No, but it's his most strikeouts since last July against the Cubs. So if you're talking about a guy missing bats, the velocity was the same. Wasn't like he went up a couple ticks or whatever it may be. So he was missing bats. He made 2 mistakes to Kyle Schwarber. First pitch was a 91 mile per hour get me over fastball to start the game. Like, it is what it is. That's what Schwarber feasts on. You should know better than to just leave that ball right down the middle. The splitter, he went back to it after he got Schwarber on 3 pitches in the 3rd inning or whatever. So bad command there, but this felt like a step forward in my eyes for Cutter. Like, you get screwed on the Dom Smith error, right? It's 4 runs, but 2 earned. This feels a lot closer to the Cutter we saw at least at the beginning of May. Maybe not April Cutter, but a step forward.
We'd love
this had to be the most boring game I've seen in a long time. Went to Fenway with the family. Nothing really happened.
You guys have just been going all the fucking games, huh? You and the family? You're Celtics, you're Red Sox, and
well, it's because it's my brother's in town. He's not normally here, Dan. So that'll do it.
My favorite Peralt.
Yeah, you've said that. Yeah, he is your favorite. That's for sure. You've said that before.
Unequivocally my favorite.
It's not even close. Yeah, it's not even like, let me think about it.
The most talented, the best looking, the funniest.
I'll give him the most talented.
Yeah, the funniest, the most charming.
Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah,
definitely the most likable. That's
okay. Okay, we'll give him that too. Okay. Yeah.
Biggest head.
Yeah, give him that. Yeah, give him that. Biggest head. Give him that. I don't want that anymore. I'm sick of that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true at all.
But nothing had I don't know. There was nothing in that first game. I mean, Wheeler's Wheeler. Obviously, Tyler woke Schwarber up. The Schwarber. I looked back at the Schwarber pitches. Man,
Dick Ball
90,
City.
92 right down the middle.
Yeah, Dick
and then
Ball
the
City.
second one was just like a poop ball. It was just 82 miles an hour. Here you go.
Poop.
And he absolutely crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
This was a terrible night for the Red Sox to have that game. If they had done that in the middle, no one ever knows. Tom Brady's in town. The Celtics are beating the shit out of the Mavericks. That was the night to do that. To do that on the night where nothing else was happening, dumb.
Game 1 is exactly why Game 2 and 3 was so meaningful, at least in my eyes, because Game 1 was exactly what this season has been. You come out in the first inning, you kind of have them on the ropes, especially Zach Wheeler, who Cora called the best pitcher in all of baseball, right? You had the single by Duran to start it,
highest
double
WAR
by
over
Hamilton.
the last 7 years.
Huh?
Highest WAR for a pitcher over the last 7 years, Zach Wheeler.
Matt Klentak, that signing overall, it's arguably the best free agent pitching contract that's been handed out this century. You could make that real, a real conversation. But you go completely silent after that first inning, you get the sac fly. Connor Wong gets a hit to start the second, and then you don't get another hit off Zach Wheeler. That going dead approach, that's been the problem all year long. You did the complete opposite in that second and third game. I think 16 games this year, you scored 1 run or less. This was, obviously fitting in number 16. In these other games, no, the offense just kept going and going and going. You picked up your pitching, which even in this game, you gave 4 runs to one of the best lineups in baseball. That should be, and it should have been 2-1. Should have been a really close game, if we're being honest.
I think that's the thing I saw a lot of people on Dom Smith. I'm sure you guys as well. I just thought the throw sucked. His Valdez's momentum is all going away. He took a couple extra steps and we're looking right at it. I'm like, he's going to mess this up. He just had to look like he was going to mess it up. And, it goes off of Smith's glove. His momentum, by the way, is going the opposite direction. What were the quotes by Dom? Because he was very no, that wasn't me, right?
He followed right after Cora.
The quotes were kind of rough. He big time threw Valdez.
Cora set him up beautifully. Cora was like, I know my guy Dom. He's going to take full responsibility for this. And Dom was like, I nearly lost my eye.
Yeah, that's right.
It was cool. It was close. I don't want to get hurt again. And it was what the fuck are you talking about? My problem with Valdez, he has no idea how to throw baseball. We know So this was as on target a throw as Manuel Valdez is capable of making. Dom Smith just didn't look at the ball. He put his glove out and he's like, if it doesn't go directly in this glove, I'm not.
I got it right here.
He made up his mind before the throw.
He was convinced that whoever was running there was actually going to rip his arm off, was going to just go right through him, and he wasn't going to see tomorrow. So I don't know.
Unfortunate, tough play up the line. Not trying to get my arm knocked off. Not trying to go and injure this. So, it's very unfortunate. Something that I'll probably make more often than not. And, they scored 2 runs. We had opportunities to score back. We didn't score, and we lost the ball game, and we've got to come back tomorrow and play hard.
Is that just the case that given the angle that you really kind of are trying to snatch the ball?
You could rewatch the replay. The ball is in the baseline, and I'm reaching to make the play while not getting injured and getting hit, so it's not just a routine play.
Considering your familiarity with Wheeler, just what makes him so tough?
I think that's
way to keep it on topic, Catillo.
I know, Catillo. It's sitting right there for a follow-up. Wheeler's good, huh?
Yeah.
Wheeler's been shoving it down your dick for years, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
The hell are you supposed to say to that too? Yeah, he's great. I don't what do I add to that? Yeah, he's dealing, man.
I'm afraid of him, honestly.
Yeah, I'm afraid of him. I'm afraid of losing my arm. I don't even want to play anymore. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think they're supposed to say?
It reminded me of the second play against the Braves, the Jamie Westbrook one, where he got the ball and it was like kind of slow to the bag, body weirdly not turned towards the ball. Like Dom Smith was facing center field. Emmanuel Valdez was almost at the foul line. And it's just like that weird angle. I don't know. At the bare minimum, if it's going to go off your glove, which means you should have caught it, come off the bag and catch it so 2 runs don't score. Like at the bare minimum, if you were that nervous.
Almost died.
Yeah,
Tyler.
we don't want this guy losing his arm. We got to factor that
For
in.
me, it's so insulting because it's like, Dom Smith, you're not here for any other fucking reason besides you can at least catch the ball. Like that's the one thing they ask of you to do.
But if he breaks his arm in half, then how is he going to catch the ball?
He could die, depending on the blood that comes out there. So it's like he's not here to die.
You're not
Tyler.
factoring
If I
that
was
shit
Dom
in,
Smith, I'd be like, I'm probably going to get DFA'd in 2 weeks. How about I friggin' hit the IL for 3 months? Then maybe I'll get a paycheck through the rest of the year.
You're insensitive, dude.
Sorry.
You're actually really insensitive.
This guy, he's just got like 17 different hourglasses in his room, and they all just have everyone's time left on the Red Sox. Jamie Westbrook's got 14 hours left. Dom Smith,
I like
2
Dom.
weeks. Tyler O'Neill. Doesn't
But
sound like it.
just give me the effort. That's the one thing Cora's given you credit for the last couple weeks. Hey, Dom goes out there. He picks a lot of tough plays. He's been playing good defense for us. He's dependable. Just be dependable, especially against a team like the Phillies. What's the record when you give up an unearned run? You're 3-20 this year when you allow at least 1 unearned run.
Jesus.
It's an auto loss.
Yeah. It's just very funny hearing Alex Cora be like, no, that was a routine play. Just,
It was as routine of a play as
I mean,
I've ever
Valdez
seen.
made
Like,
that so
Valdez-
difficult. He made that way more difficult than it needed to be. He did like 10 steps. It's like, throw it, dude. Throw it. What do you...
Well, he's tried to throw it from like his ass.
No,
and
I
you've
know.
seen how
I mean, obviously
poorly
he
that's
stinks. I
gone.
don't get upset at people that stink. Like if you show us you're bad in the field, I'm not gonna be like, oh, why was he bad in the field? Like he's shown you that's what he is. So yeah, it is. You can go back and forth on it. So I think it's probably more on Dom because he's more expected to make the play. But either way, I mean, it doesn't help that you scored no runs the rest of the game. That was in the 4th inning.
Sure.
So
yeah,
game sucked.
sucked. And after that loss, the Milliken Manifesto says that the Red Sox were 10-20 against teams with a winning record.
No, that's now updated. I was changing
that's
that.
updated.
So that's today.
So they were 8-20.
Correct.
Man, that's bad. Right? Would you agree?
Yeah. But hey,
Yeah.
you took 2 out of 3 against the Phillies. You're bucking the trend.
Well, that's because that's what fucking 6 seed wildcard teams do, baby.
We're out here.
That's what we do. We out here snatching
As long as we
chains.
face sub 500 teams throughout the playoffs, we are walking to ring number 5.
Play 6 seed ball, baby.
If the
That's all
Red
you
Sox, if the Red Sox end up finishing this season as the number 6 seed wildcard team, like we're making 6 seed wildcard merch.
Oh yeah, and we're going to Seattle. Actually, no, because that series is over. We're going to the DS. We're
Yeah,
going to the
DS.
Bronx.
Waste
Yeah.
our
We're
time.
going to the Bronx
Yeah.
for the ALDS championship.
I'm
We're
gonna
going to
I'm
that.
gonna wear a bulletproof vest to Yankee Stadium if the Red Sox make it to the division series.
You're gonna be like, sir, you definitely don't need this. I don't know what you're doing.
I am
Sea Dogs jacket, just all
I'm
added.
gonna
Like,
just like bulletproof vest, Sea Dogs jacket. People are gonna be like, "What the fuck is your deal, dude?"
What the
Like,
hell's
listen,
wrong with this guy?
I'm about to be the most insufferable dude in this place, and I don't feel safe.
Yeah, you're probably gonna want to shoot me after what I'm saying out here.
Because of my own actions, I don't feel safe.
I don't feel safe. I can't control myself, and I don't feel safe because of what I'm about to say. in
Not
this
feeling
building.
safe about what you're about to do is so funny. I don't feel safe. I'm about to do some stuff that's like not making me feel safe right now.
Yeah.
I could do anything. I don't even know what I'm going to do, but I
Once
know
I-
it's going to have
Yeah,
repercussions.
There's gonna be a lot of blowback.
Immediate and swift
You
repercussions.
can just so like not do it, but it's like, no, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. There's no.
My hands
There's
are
no
tied.
stopping me.
Yeah,
I'm wearing this
listen.
vest.
Listen, my guy, you ever see that movie The Mask with Jim Carrey? Yeah. All right. This mask, that's this jacket. I have no control over what happens after that.
Have to do crazy stuff.
Yeah. That's why I got the bulletproof vest on.
This DS is gonna be nuts. I'm
Yeah.
so ready.
We're just gonna be at Yankee Stadium, front row, Kevlar, running deep.
Yep. Getting shot at.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, damn, they shot him in the head though.
Yeah.
Bet you didn't think that one through.
Oh, it sucked. Here lies Jerry. I mean, he had the right idea. He had
Yeah.
the vest, but
Mhm.
his head was way out there. There was no way to
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
it.
Most vulnerable spot.
Yeah. Yeah. All you had to
And
do
that's
was
on
not-
the broadcast. Your head just blows up. Like,
Yeah. All you had to do was leave that Sea Dogs jacket at home, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't
Jared
do
gets
it.
murdered during the ALDS on live TV.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the Sea Dogs vlog is now on our YouTube channel. It came out fucking awesome.
Yep.
High quality
Shout out Eamon.
video. Shout out Mike Eamon for it. It was probably like 11 minutes.
Mhm.
But it's a good watch. A lot of the people in the comments were like, we want more content like this. Well, guess what? You're gonna get more content like this. The people that were calling me short in the comments, go fuck yourself. I mean, Steve's tall.
Shorter than me.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like when midget ass Tyler isn't there, then I look short. And by comparison, I need like a short guy like Tyler next to me for me to look tall. If I'm
Jake
standing
is
next
the
to
same
Coley,
height.
I look no, he's
We're
not. He's
all
taller than you.
5'10". The three of us are 5'10".
Literally, Jake can put his chin on the top of your little fucking nugget head.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he can.
I
Yeah,
once
you
went
can.
to a doctor and they measured me at 5'11" and a half.
Oh,
now,
that's a lie.
That was one doctor.
That
That's
was
some
the
big old
most
boots on.
made-up
Yeah,
story
yeah.
I've
On
ever
my
heard in
life.
I
Gotta get a
once
second
went to
opinion.
On my
doctor.
life.
Gotta
It
get a
was-
second opinion.
You've never seen
I
it
have
happen.
seen. My pediatrician kicked me out last year. I talked about it on the podcast and I had to get a real doctor.
Yeah,
but
no
my
shit, dude, you're like
pediatrician,
40.
all right, no need for that. Just because they abandoned me, they felt like they couldn't take me anymore.
Yeah.
They had measured me at 5'11" and a half after
Well,
my
they were
sophomore
wrong.
year of college.
Steve, how tall are you? Like 6'2"?
I'm 6'2". 6'2", yep.
See, Steve's fucking sneaky tall, man. I'm out here just trying to survive, brother. I'm not out here saying I'm tall, but I'm definitely not short
You've
Small
never
ass.
been short.
No.
I've never understood the Jared's short thing. I
because
don't
of
get
you
it.
guys. That's what it is.
Yep.
It's you, it's Coley, it's Pat Light. The average height between you is like 6'6".
Yeah, Pat's tall. I mean, Coley's 7 feet tall. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, someone who's damn near 6 feet tall, the only time I look tall is when I stand next to fucking Tyler.
When you don't
Or
have
Pete.
shoes on, you look shorter
Or-
than
or
5'10".
Pete.
You look like maybe max 5'8".
That's insane to say. And when
How
the
many
hell
people
have
have
you
seen you
seen
with no
me
shoes
with
on?
no shoes on?
Your house.
He's like, when you're naked, when you got nothing
Yeah,
on,
when
you're
you're
so
up there
short.
walking around that little bathrobe of yours.
When I'm looking through the window when you're showering, you're
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
When I came, I was on time and you were still getting ready. You had yet to put anything on your feet.
This feels made up.
Like the doctor.
Yeah.
Coley.
Yeah.
I'll
Just
get my mom right
magically
now and she'll
5'11".
confirm this story. Because when I came out the office, I was hyped. I thought I hit 5'11", and it meant a lot to me because my birthday is May 11th. So I was like, oh, 5'11", now I match my height.
Oh, happy belated.
Fuck you, Steve. Fuck you. Suspend me, Jared, before I say something I regret.
Boom sauce.
He's Jared at Yankee Stadium. He's like, I don't know what's going to happen here, but it's going to be bad.
Yeah, you got sauced on that one, unfortunately. Yeah, it happens.
I'll remember that.
Boom
Could have
sauce.
been my last birthday.
That is true.
I mean, yeah, I guess in
Thanks,
theory,
Steve.
Would you want to know your last birthday, Tyler? Probably not, right? Like right now, if someone told you.
Actually, I would. I want to know when I'm going to die. I'd plan around it. And if it's like soon, I would just eat till death.
True.
No point in losing weight.
Forget the one meal thing. That's out the window.
Who want?
Yeah.
That would be insane. Yeah,
I want to be buried at like a piano.
but it's one of those catch-22s. What if they tell you that date? So, but they don't actually know, but you start eating in a way that gives you a heart attack and you kill yourself exactly on
I'm
that.
just like falling apart.
That's what
Like,
I mean.
hey, we're just trolling. Like, yo, it's all jokes. It's a prank.
Yeah.
It's a social experiment. Yeah.
The guy was like, I have no idea, but boy, did he do it.
Listen, bring me to death. I'm ready.
Bring me to death, he says.
Save me, Bullet.
What happened to Bullet?
He died.
Thank you to everyone who reached out on Buffy's behalf.
I mean,
The police?
yeah. Yeah. What was that? Was that the Miami Hurricanes? The dude, like they took like the whole team kneeled around like a memorial of a player, and like the dude who killed him was like right there. That's Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a creepy photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tyler. Like, oh, thanks for everyone who reached out for Buffy. Like, yeah. Who could have done this? Tragic.
Cardiac arrest is funny to you?
I mean, yeah, that's usually what happens when you suffocate someone to death. Yeah. That's neither here nor there. Did the Phillies fans going absolutely ballistic after the 3-run double by Schwarber bother you as much as it bothered me?
Unfortunately, no, because it's just been reality now for a couple years. It's embarrassing. It sucks. I know also like the whole thing at Yankee Stadium. I saw a lot of people talking about that where the Dodgers recently went in there and like completely took over for that weekend. But it's not shocking. It's just what it's been. It was just like those weekends, whether you want to talk the Blue Jays weekend, in August last year, or
I think it's because
when
it was
Mookie came
Schwarber.
back.
I think it's like Schwarber. It's kind of like
Yeah.
seeing your ex-girlfriend, but like you got fat in like the 3 years since you broke up. Because like Schwarber has to be thinking, what the fuck happened to this place? Like
Yeah.
Fenway was bumping in 2021. You couldn't get a seat in the house if you were an opposing fan. It was, what are you shaking your head for? It was as loud as it's ever been in 2021.
No one gave a fuck about the 2021 Red Sox until the playoffs.
In the fucking playoffs, you
The
slapdick.
playoffs. The playoffs.
Yeah, that's
No
what
one
I'm
gave a fuck
talking
before
about.
that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In the
No,
playoffs.
Regular season, we were out routinely criticizing the crowds.
That
I'm
is
talking
true.
about the playoffs.
Well, Schwarber played.
Right.
He put them on
fine.
their back.
This
Well,
wasn't
2021,
the
there was also a attendance limitation for until like June.
Yeah, that is true. The whole
Sure.
12% thing. Yeah.
But I remember us getting on the fans for not like getting up in September and like being involved in the games.
Maybe. I mean, the most important games to me in my mind were on the road. Like, I just remember like the Nats series in DC.
Was there even anyone in the stands when the Red Sox clinched the playoffs? I remember that ballpark being empty.
Yeah, super empty.
To be in 2021 again.
I'm telling you.
The Schwarber quotes did make me sad because it kind of brings me back just to that. And there's like a very small portion of the community that's like, oh, remember when Kyle Schwarber didn't hit in any of those last games before they got eliminated? It's like, dude, you don't even sniff the fucking playoffs without what Kyle Schwarber did. Like, did you forget how ridiculous he was to get you there? And what
The
he did
biggest
before?
moment of the run was his grand slam.
Of course. Like, in building up to that, it's like, yeah, the last couple of games he went cold. The whole fucking team did. He wasn't going to hit forever. What do you want
Right.
from him? Dude hit 290 here with like an OBP near 400.
Yeah, that's what hurt
Schwarber's-
the most.
What was his
like,
quotes?
yeah, what exactly did you say?
I can pull him up. Give me 1 second.
He was like, get a load of this
Didn't even
place. That Jared, that's what hurt the most was them like chanting for Schwarber and cheering for Schwarber. It's like, nah, come on, man. Like that was our guy. At least don't go so all out for him. But the fans of opposing teams coming in here and having fun and cheering on the team, I don't know. It doesn't really affect me at all. I don't really care that much. I mean, we're in a stretch here where it's like Orioles, Phillies, Yankees. This is a perfect time for those fan bases to come here. The teams are really good. The weather's been good here. It's mid-June. Like, yeah, kids are out of school. Make the trip. I really don't mind. It doesn't bug me
Kids
that
aren't
much.
out of school yet.
Well, I guess soon. But yeah, it doesn't.
And it's the middle of the
doesn't really
week
bug me.
too. Like that's bad.
Orioles fans are for sure poor. Like no offense, but they're definitely
Yeah.
poor.
They don't even fill their own ball.
I was walking around Boston today, and it was jarring seeing the amount of Phillies gear I saw. And everyone I talked to was super friendly, but it was just weird to see. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't make it. Like, I was like, did I come to the right city?
Yeah.
Like, why are there so many? Like, obviously they weren't at the ballpark, but they were here again for the whole week. It's the middle. It's fucking Thursday.
The reverse of it, though, like Sox fans show out on the road, like.
Honestly,
sometimes more than at home. I know it's not as much as it used to, but being at Philly last year, there were a ton of Sox fans there. So it still happens to a certain extent. Obviously, it's going to be a little different when your team is just 500 every year, a little bit worse. But yeah, I don't really. I saw your tweet, Jared, and I get it. I respect the opinion. It just doesn't really bug me that much. I don't know.
You guys want the Schwarber quotes?
yeah.
So he was texting with Cora before the game, and they were kind of joking about his time at first base, but this is what he had to say overall. He's like, I enjoyed hitting here. I enjoyed the aesthetics, enjoyed the history. The fan base was great, so I'm excited to go back out and hopefully have some good crowds when we're out here. Hopefully we'll have a pretty good, vibrant environment for these next few games. And just on playing first base, it was definitely an experience, but I had fun with it. I knew I wasn't going to be some freaking Gold Glover over there. I just had to try to catch the ball and make the plays and try not to get in my head about it. You just got to be free about it and make fun of yourself every once in a while. I think that kind of veteran leadership, that kind of veteran presence, that's what we're missing with the Red Sox. I think you miss those kind of personalities. And, it also doesn't help as much as I'm not a Massa hater, but when you signed a player with a pretty similar profile and, we know who's viewed as the better player in today's game, especially a guy who had success here, playoffs and down the stretch, and signed for less money, $479, right? So that's what rings in your head, at least for me.
The Schwarber deal, I understand the Phillies signed like his hitting coach, and that was really what swayed him. But I remember how much pushback I got when I was like, you can't let this guy leave. Like the Cubs made the same fucking mistake. And Cubs fans still talk about it. Like, why did we let that guy go? He was perfect in every way. And the Red Sox, like, until Durant stepped up this year, we still hadn't filled that leadoff hitter void that had been gone really since Mookie. Schwarber was the only guy who did it, even halfway decent. We didn't pay a big price to get him from the Nationals by any stretch, but it was like he did literally everything he wanted. JD's contract was about to come up too. It was like, yeah, this is the perfect next guy to be your next DH for however long he wants it. And there was just no interest.
And to me, there was like multiple ways you could get it there. And keep in mind, you were over the luxury tax when 2022 started. But keep in mind who fucking played first base for you when 2022 started. As rough as Schwarber was, say you gave him a full offseason in spring training, he never would have been probably even average. It would have been below average. But it was always branching you to Tristan Casas. That was it. You had Bobby Delvick and Travis Shaw playing first base for you to start the year.
Right.
I'm not crapping on him. Travis Shaw was fucking retired. Like, the dude legit was like, I didn't think anybody was calling.
I thought you were going to say a different word.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something else.
I didn't say anything. I said retired.
That was close.
But, like, Travis Shaw was sitting on his couch. He was like, damn, I didn't think anybody was calling. And then you let this dude go.
Look at that fucking retired guy over there. I said, easy.
You had me in the first half, Tyler.
You just think I am the first half.
You view me as that?
No, it's just the vigor in which you said it. I was like, easy.
That was
Whoa,
just
Like,
whoa,
he's not dumb. He's a nice guy, dude.
Yeah.
I was a big
That was
Schwarber guy.
close.
Like, I was very heavy on the Schwarber front.
Close. That was the exact tone that people that say that's how they say it.
Yeah.
Right. The build-up was not one that ended on
Stop
tired.
projecting this on me. This is your guys'
That guy
thoughts, not
fucking
mine.
retired.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we had
not
Kyle
projecting
Schwarber
every
playing
listener
first
in the
base to
world.
build the bridge to Tristan Casas. Meanwhile, we got this fucking retired guy.
I hate you guys.
every lister just swerved off the road right now. Like, I can't believe he almost said
I think we just
that.
lost some listeners. I think they're actually dead because of that. Because of what you almost said.
Crazy. Just absolute fucking retiree over here.
All I'm saying was whether it was trading JD Martinez during the offseason, I was open to it. I wanted to. I was all for moving JD at the time.
Fucking retire.
I hate you guys. Fuck you guys.
Oh, it's just funny, Tyler. It's not your fault. You
That's
make
my
a point.
fault. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's fucking retired.
Yeah.
How's he gonna play? He's retired.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. Yeah, it's okay. You didn't say it, but we,
You
You
didn't
didn't
say it.
say
at
it.
all, but the essence of the word was for sure
Yeah.
there. Like
You definitely could have subbed it out for sure.
The amount of people are going to be like, I can't believe you said that on Twitter. And people are going to be like,
now they're gonna
holy
turn it like you
shit.
did say it.
People
Yeah.
are going to
Yeah.
listen to this entire episode waiting for it.
I mean, people,
Oh.
if they're smart, they could bleep it and definitely make it sound like you said it.
Do not do that. Do not
They-
tell people to do that. Jake,
a lot
cut
of
that out.
There's a lot of good AI technology. You've said so many words into a microphone. They could definitely get you
Yeah.
to say it.
I do not need to be answering this question in my workplace.
Fucking
Yeah.
guy.
He was
Crazy.
sitting on his couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no one's ever said those words
I
in that
know.
order before. You know what I mean?
that.
They would go, that guy was retired. Not this fucking
Get a load of this
retired.
retired guy.
Yeah, not an adjective. you said retired as if it was a disability.
Yeah.
Like
He was basically at that point.
he caught a case of the
You
retired.
are so
Yeah.
fucking retired. I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you, dude.
This absolute fucking retired guy.
Travis Shaw in 7 games in 2022 hit 0. He hit fucking 0. It wasn't even worth showing up. I quit.
Why does he been retired, this friggin' guy? It was crazy to think back of like where are we gonna put Schwarber and JD and just figure it out. They're gonna hit like 40 bombs each. Like what are we talking about?
You knew
Yeah,
JD
both
wasn't going
The
to be
most
here. a long
annoying
time.
part was Casas twisted his ankle immediately, and his whole timeline got pushed back. So it just made it that much worse.
Yeah, their whole logic was so retired. It was so
Yeah.
friggin' stupid,
Yeah.
man.
And you kept none of them.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
None.
you chose to hold on to JD through the trade deadline just so you could stay over the luxury tax. Don't forget
Trade
that.
deadline.
Yeah, that was.
That was a, what do we call that? A fatal flaw?
Was that the same offseason? I'm not blaming him before everyone freaks out. They signed Story that
Correct.
offseason.
Going into 22, yeah.
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 Brutal.
Yeah.
That was my whole rant that year. You could have got Schwarber and Gosman for less than Story.
Mhm.
And that fixed literally 75% of the problems you've had.
Maybe. Is that true? You
No,
could have got
no way.
Gosman? Yeah, I feel like Gosman was more expensive than that.
5-1-10, right? For Gosman? Does that sound right?
It wasn't. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I think like Coley's probably factoring in all the options that aren't getting picked up on Story.
I sure am.
Those
So, like, yeah, they were like, it's pretty close. Yeah. Mm. You were over the luxury tax anyways. You had options. And that was the kind of personality you saw what it did for a Red Sox team that had fucking packed it in, who had basically given up after that trade deadline. Schwarber, the personality he brought to Philly, like, I think he's so responsible, along with Bryce Harper, but I think in the clubhouse, that's Schwarber's persona, the energy they play with, that looseness, and Cora mentioned that specifically. He's like, that kind of like, I don't give a fuck attitude. I don't care if we're going to go embarrass ourselves. We're just going to play ball. Like, he allowed everyone else not to be tight because he was the guy, you know, giving you production, but also fucking up and then tipping his cap when he made a routine play.
The best moment That might be one of my favorite Red Sox moments ever. That sounds a little dramatic, but that
What?
was so funny that he sails the ball past Evaldi, I think, and then makes the play and tips his cap as if he just like won him the game. That was so funny.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Schwarber's is the best. One of us.
And when he leaves a team, too, it's typically in ruins, and it's never his fault. Like the Cubs,
He just goes on to Fun
still
Times
looking
and
to
becomes like
replace
the
him.
face of the Fun Times everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brought the song with him.
Yeah, I'd want to be him.
Even though I don't think that's-
Sometimes that'll be a DM that people send in of like, whose career would you want? I think Schwarber's a great one to just, to live that one out.
3 great cities.
That'll
Great
be a
baseball
definitely
cities.
that'll move up the power rankings of the correct answer once he wins the World Series with the Phillies this year.
I hope that happens. I'm pulling
It's
for it.
probably
Even
gonna
though
happen.
rooting for a Philly team, I do want them to win.
Yeah, it feels like their year.
I don't hate the Phillies.
Yeah, what's wrong with the Phillies, dude?
I gotta think as Philly people, it's
What's wrong with Philly
maybe
people,
not
dude?
as. I don't know.
What's wrong with them?
They're the same.
They're
the
very
same.
similar to us. Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
If they don't win the World Series, does Alex Cora end up there? They lose the playoffs again with something that goes wrong. Does Cora reunite with Dombrowski?
Oh, he would love that.
You get the
That's,
team.
that's probably his
Schwarber.
first pick.
I don't know.
Probably a lot of guys first pick.
Yeah.
Oh, Dombrowski's first.
Of course,
Yeah.
probably telling them that this week. Like, hey, by the way, like obviously I'm done. Like, if you want
Yeah.
me, I'll be ready. Because Dombrowski was in town, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
him and
was in
Brazil were
town.
talking.
Yeah, he was chatting it up with Cora. They probably have like a handshake agreement.
Yeah.
He's probably like, dude, get me the fuck
Oh.
out of here. I can't wait to fucking leave here. Anyway, hey, John. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
so I'm
just catching up.
definitely
Yep.
not coming back. So like, let's make this happen.
I mean, Rob Thomas. That's their man.
Rob Thompson.
right?
Thompson.
Matchbox 20. Rob Thomas was out there. He wanted Aaron Nola to die.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
He was like, I'm not
They didn't give a
coming to
fuck.
get you, pal.
Yeah, he's like,
Then
throw another curveball. while
Yoshida
you're at
got
it.
a hit. He was like, all right, clearly
Okay.
you're cooked.
You don't have it. You're giving up liners to Yoshida. He doesn't have it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that-
get it.
yeah.
I get it.
anything in the air off Yoshida, you're out of the game.
He just feels like the guy, like obviously Joe Girardi left and he got them back on track after that, but he feels like not the guy that gets you over the hump. Feels like you need that kind of World Series caliber manager. I feel like
Yeah.
Cora's the difference. It also helps when you get, a real closer for your team too, which is typically the Dombrowski flaw.
Yeah. See what being likable does though for you, because like by this point of Sandoval's contract and Carl by the time that Yoshida's in right now, tenure wise with the Red Sox, Crawford was like already gone. Sandoval was already slandered into suspensions and all kinds of things. No one cares about Yoshida.
No.
Like it could
dude,
end up being one of the worst contracts in Red Sox history. No one says anything about it.
that first game of the series when he stepped in, I didn't even know he was playing. I don't think anyone knew he was playing. It was
No.
Yoshida's back? Like, damn. Other scenarios
The least-
with that guy that has that contract, you're like, thank God so-and-so's back. Didn't have that at all with Yoshida.
No.
The least covered rehab assignment I can remember. in
He was
all my
just
life.
touring. He was taking photos of different cities. So he wasn't, no baseball activities, and then he just went to
No
Fenway and
baseball.
returned.
Yeah. What's he at?
104 OPS plus. He's league
Oh,
average.
there you go.
I was going to say,
It's not
worst
terrible.
contract in Red Sox, like not even close, like not in the
No,
conversation.
but I mean, like,
He
I think
makes,
it's just
what,
because,
$15 million a year.
590.
yeah, he got $90 million. Like, that's, I mean, I guess, like, we don't think of that as a lot of money anymore, but
It's not.
I mean, that's kind of like right around Sandoval money. It's basically the Sandoval contract. What, right? Didn't he get like 5 for 95 or something?
Right around there, yeah.
Yeah,
Think
he
so.
got Sandoval's fucking deal, and no one cares. Because he's not awful. He's just not.
He's also been better.
But he's
Definitely.
not.
Like,
he's
Extremely
not.
better.
He's not
Notably.
anywhere close to what people thought he was going to be.
Well,
I don't know. The second he signed the deal,
Exactly.
everyone was like, Heim's the biggest idiot in the world. Like that was what everyone said was going to happen. And then he's been way better than
Not
that.
Red
So
Sox
I
fans.
could not disagree more if I tried. Red Sox fans weren't
He's
watching
been
him.
fine.
he's league
His-
average.
Yeah, that's
In
what
the-
I mean. He's not. He hasn't been close. He's
600
not the worst contract on the fucking team now.
672 plate appearances. This is not counting tonight. He's hitting 286 with a 339 on base and a 775 OPS, a 436 slug. Like, that's fine. That's good.
I mean, how many people have more forgettable at bats than Yoshida, though?
All of
Yoshida
them.
has go to the
I remember
bathroom
his at bats in
all the
Milwaukee.
time.
That's it.
Stop it.
He was lacing the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
But he had a
first
stretch
half
there
last
where he
year.
was
He
hitting like
was.
330 last year.
That's what I'm
I think
saying.
for
Like, we're talking about
Yoshida-
Milwaukee last year.
Yeah, I think the first half
Yeah.
of last year, Yoshida, batting average wise, whatever you really want to put it, he was well above average. He was hitting like people envisioned. I think part of the problem is the Red Sox had no problem like telling everyone, hey, doubt us, think what you want. We've been scouting this guy for years. Here's the entire fucking backstory behind it. We were on a fucking Ferris wheel watching this guy. Like, that's how much we believed in Yoshida. We could see it from there. And then when he got off to the hot start, it was like, oh shit, like this is it. I think for him, the reason he's not hated like Pablo Sandoval or Carl Crawford, you see he's trying, he's going out there and he's quiet. Obviously, the language barrier and all those things, he's kind of to himself. But how can you hate on the guy? It's just very average. It's not bad. It's not awful. And the team has kind of told him like, hey, we told you were going to play left field. We told everyone we thought you were a left fielder. Now we don't think that. Now you're just going to hit. And they're going to have to really make some decisions once the outfield gets full again. Then you're going to have the pressure of how you're going to build this team out. And they're going to have to tell you how they really feel about him.
I mean, a lot of his at-bats are kind of what his presence is, which is just like he's there. Like Yoshida's there. He's at the park. He's taking BP. Very quiet guy. Obviously, like you mentioned, Tyler, the language barrier is a thing. But it does suck, though, because I would want that scenario of that guy coming back to matter. And it doesn't really feel like it is going to make much of a difference.
It's just compare him to Kyle Schwarber. That's it. It's similar money. Obviously, Yoshida got, another year tacked on, but even with Schwarber hitting 197 last year, he's 119 WRC plus, 129 the year before, 124 this year. He's hitting bombs. Obviously, the average will probably, Yoshida can hit higher, but in terms of
Who's
impact,
hitting bombs?
Schwarber. But
Yeah.
in terms of what you look at Yoshida,
Not
Yeah,
Yoshida.
not
no.
Yoshida. No.
No.
and the other half of it is what we think of as a DH in this city. A DH is a different thing to us than it is in a lot of places. We think JD Martinez, we think David Ortiz, we think, hey, you're this middle of the order guy. He's like a number 7 hitter. Like, it's just the deal's not going to hit. We'll see. Who knows? I don't want to count Yoshida out because I still think he's an above league average.
I was
bat,
going to
but
say,
I just don't think he's going to be the special talent they kind of painted. I think he's
If
just
he gets
slightly above
consistent at
average.
bats, he could be something this summer, but he also better be something. Like he better not be nothing for this like the rest of this stretch.
I don't
If
think
last
he's
year's
going
all
to
that
get
you-
the at-bats. I don't think he's going
Yeah,
to get
that's gonna be a tough
consistent
part.
enough at-bats. Like, there's so many guys right now that Cora has to rotate in, especially, I don't know, like when you want to get Reese McGuire behind the dish, it's like, I might want to get Connor Wong some at-bats at DH. Or when Grissom comes back, I'm not giving at-bats to David Hamilton, I don't
O'Neal's
know.
knee. Like, that's going to be something he needs to manage for however long here.
Yeah.
which, by the way, during the game tonight, they were like, Tyler O'Neill's trying to get healthy for the home
Yeah,
run
I was like,
derby.
what?
Did I hear that
The
correct?
last guy who needs to be doing something.
I
like
almost broke my fucking TV when I heard that. I was like, you shit, dude, we got to trade you. You
Yeah.
can't be
Yeah,
getting healthy for
we're
the
trying
derby.
to get the
Shut
6
fuck
seed.
up.
Come
Yeah,
on,
sit
man.
down,
The
dude.
Derby.
No.
That's crazy.
But Jared brought up worst contracts. We got a guy who's been here since 2022, 86 OPS plus, and signed for roughly double what Yoshida signed for. I didn't bring
I
him
I
up.
said
counter-
one of
Jared brought
I
him
said
up.
one of the worst. Not the
I'm not.
worst.
I don't think
I'm not
it's
going to
close.
say Story's contract is better, but they're both the same thing. Like, Trevor Story gives you defense.
No.
Trevor Story gives you defense. Yoshida gives you
Yeah,
a
but not for
slightly
like
above average bat.
50 million or whatever. Like,
No,
that's not what you
and-
pay for defense.
And being available. It's like
Right.
being out there, but it's both of these players that were supposed to give you a lot more in different parts of the game, and they just don't. Like Yoshida, they were telling you the power was going to translate here.
They did. But even then, they weren't saying
No,
like
like
30.
20.
They were saying like
Yeah.
15 to 25. Yeah. 145 games over 3 years. Big sick.
It's crazy.
That's in the running for worst contract
Mhm.
we've seen.
It's
That's
up
in
there.
the Sandoval.
I'm not out on Yoshida yet. He's been fine. Fine is the word.
Fine.
He's been fine. my expectations were higher. I feel like most people's expectations were higher. And given the opportunity to play every day and get 4 at-bats every day, I feel like we would see better offensive production than what we've seen to this point. But as of right now, I just don't think it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You have too many guys to get in there, so he's not going to get the at-bats. And I don't know that he'll have enough time to get it going to where it'll be undeniable that the at-bats belong to him.
You got to make the decision against righty. So Abreu comes back. Are you going to put Ceddanne Rafaela back at shortstop? Or are they at this point where they're saying, dude, look at how ridiculous he's been in center field. We don't want to make this move again. David Hamilton's been doing his thing. It's like, all right, well, you have O'Neill, you have Abreu, and you have Duran. Someone needs to fit somewhere. So unless you're going to kick Rafaela to shortstop, that's a problem.
Yeah,
which they should. Like it, and I almost think right now Vaughn's the odd man out. And you have the longest runway to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
You don't need to really rush him back as much as we want to see him get major league bats and all that. Right now, Hamilton's been better. Like, that's your second baseman.
Then everybody.
No shit. Yeah, exactly. But it's like Rafael, you already paid. Like, you didn't pay Von Grissom. You just traded for him. And we'll see what happens. Like, I'm not saying like throw him to the curb or anything like that. But it does feel like they're kind of coming to a head with this trade deadline that Tyler always wants to talk about. But it seems like they're going to do the buy and sell thing. That seems like what it's setting up for. They can't just sell if they're, like we just said, a game out of the wild card. Like, they can't just do that. They already know the fan base fucking
Dude,
hates
everyone is a game out of the wild card. That's the problem about buying and selling. It's like, what teams are selling?
I think Breslow said he wanted, excuse me, I'm dying, that he wanted to be definitive at the deadline. Like, those were recent quotes, right? Where it's like he didn't want to be like, well, half this, half that. And I think it was in the Jansen article, which this was from like 2 weeks, but he's gone though. Like, cause based off of what Breslow said, because I'm normally not like I know Tyler, you want to get everybody out of here, but Breslow was basically like, we're gonna see. There's nothing definitive right now. He was doing a bunch of those lines. I'm like, all right, so if Hendricks is ready, you're just gonna trade him, and that's fine. I don't think there's any problem with that.
Yeah, I think factor in, but that's the super bullpen not being a thing by the time we get to the ALCS, though.
Well, if you have Liam Hendricks, and they believe, hey, it's Liam Hendricks, then you shouldn't skip a beat. Now he's going to be coming off TJ, so who knows? But to me, I think Kenley
both if we're going to be in the ALCS is what I'm saying.
Right? Yeah. If we're going to get to the Bronx,
it's like, hey, we have Kenley Jansen and Liam Hendricks in our bullpen. You know, especially in a short series that's in the Bronx.
Yep. Just got to win one there.
Just win one.
If you trade Kenley and Tyler O'Neill, it might be the fucking 2012 to the Dodgers all over again, because their offense quietly stinks. The Dodgers, like, it's very top heavy, and then like Andy Pages is who they're like.
He just hit a home run like 10 minutes ago.
He's got like a 13-game hitting streak or something like that. But it's like, it's him or James Outman has to be the guy.
Outman is
it's kind of awful. But that's what I mean. Like, they've relied on him. They've relied on Kike. I'm not ranting about the Dodgers. But my point is, they could very easily be like,
Chris
hey,
Taylor,
Chris Taylor
is putting up Von Grissom numbers this year. Well,
negative 9 OPS plus over here.
Yeah, he's hitting like 100 with like a 300 OPS. Like, it's very much Von Grissom numbers.
Could have easily called him Rizzo.
Rizzo is at least got like his OPS is in the 500s.
Rizzo's got like a 2 weighted runs created plus, like genuinely.
He homered today, so maybe his OPS is like 580.
I'm happy for him. They lost.
They did lose.
He fucking lost, because when he did it, they were like, "Oh, well, this game clearly doesn't count." I'm gonna call this is a 21-year-old in high A, Maddox Bruns. That's who we're gonna get for those two guys from the Dodgers, and that clears up some playing time.
So you're gonna trade some assets to the team that we could end up playing in the World Series?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We literally already did that, by the way.
When the fuck did we do that?
Mookie Betts was traded from here.
Well,
to
yeah,
the
but we didn't
Dodgers.
end up playing them in the World Series after that.
Whose fault was that?
That could be this year.
That's kind of Brock Holt's fault.
That's what I mean. Definitely.
Like Brock had Mookie's ear at the time. He could have been like, bro, stop asking for so much money. I feel like that he Brock's been fucking up recently, by the way. I've called him twice.
Oh no.
He usually always picks up, always calls back, always answers. His birthday was the other day, and I called him on his birthday. But he's been big into like, I'll call him, he won't answer, but then he'll text me back, and I'm like, I'm not. I called you. I don't want to text. Like if I wanted to text, I would have texted you. The fuck?
Yeah, a call is a call.
A call is a call. If I'm calling you, it's for a reason. And the reason was it was his damn birthday. If it's your birthday and we're friends, I'll call you or I'll FaceTime you. We can have like a little chat if it's been a while. I mean, it hasn't been a while with Brock. Me and Brock FaceTime every Wednesday. There's one time Jake came to my house and I was just FaceTiming with Brock. We just check in once a week. How's life? How's things going? How's the family? How's living in the woods, wherever he lives? But yeah, no, he's been fucking up, and so I didn't get the chance to wish him a happy birthday, and now I feel like I don't even want him to have a happy birthday. I wish it was like a mediocre, mediocre birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it wasn't that happy. I hope it was like slightly mediocre, where he was just like, damn, yeah, it was my birthday, but I didn't really do much. That's what I hope his birthday was like.
Red Sox win 9-3.
Red Sox win this one 9-3, going away with it. It's a series win. Which, by the way, obviously we're going to get into some Clark's Ketchup in just a moment, but very funny hearing Joe Castiglione talk about ketchup.
I need your advice, your sagacity on something here as we wind to the end of this series.
Here's the pitch, wave and a miss at a breaking ball down low.
So as part of a very fun bit that we do when the Red Sox win a series, I contribute to this podcast, Section 10, and we vote on the series MVP after a series win. Pick the Red Sox most impactful player.
Well, there's so many heroes. There's a strike over the inside edge, and down he goes looking. I say you got to take a long look at Jarren Duran.
I would think so too, and I am open to the notion of the guy who just struck out. I think Hamilton has been a true game changer.
Neal's had 2 big days, but I'd say you got to start with Duran. 3 hits last night. Tonight, double in the first, double in the second, and a walk. Strike 1 to O'Neill, who's had an infield hit, grounded out 3-1, hit a long home run to left, a 3-run shot.
You know what, Jake? How do we feel since Kevin Youkilis didn't answer again? How do we feel about adding Joe Castiglione as a vote?
Yeah, Joe's got Duran.
Joe's got Duran.
I like how he said it too. He was like, "No, Will, you can't pick that. It's gonna be Duran." Like, yeah, that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
I'm also just realizing we need to have Will Fleming put a fake Stop and Shop ad read in front of him, so that can be the look ahead in Castig's voice. That needs to be a drop in the show.
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah, if he's like 5 cents off every, he's like
tangerines. Tell him Joe sent you.
Tell him Joe sent you.
Yeah, that would be unbelievable to have.
I think he'd do it for the show I did prior. We sent him a script. He did it in 5 seconds. I think he will just read and send back anything that you give to him.
Anything?
Well, how did you do that?
Maybe not anything. Tyler's like, I got ideas.
I was just curious. Like, I just got something.
You're a sick freak.
What are you going to have him say, Tyler?
I don't know. I haven't put much thought into it.
He's like 90. What are you doing?
Tyler's having Castig say weird stuff.
It's not perverted or anything.
You're a weird dude.
I got to say, I've said it before. I still feel bad. That feel bad's maybe the wrong way to say it because he reads it, but the poop about your pipes thing, like that, the fact that we got legendary Joe Castiglione saying they give a poop about your pipes every game, it just, I don't know, rubs me the wrong way.
For a
Doesn't
price,
feel right.
I would give a poop about some pipes over here at Section 10.
True.
I mean, we can even knock off a bill, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd do it for 1B.
We might need some help after Stop and Shop bankrupted. We don't know what's going to happen next year.
Well, buildsubmarines.com is probably going to move in.
True.
Submarines have
Marines.
pipes.
Marines for Marines, baby. Did we miss anything? Are we
No.
we're gonna no. Okay. I'm trying to do some Clarks.
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup Series MVP. Series MVP.
The Clark's Ketchup Series MVP brought to you by Clark's Ketchup. Drizzle that ketchup. By the way, a little birdie told me, a little something. Little birdie told me that Clark's Ketchup merch is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got to see it today. So that's how close we're at on the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP, brought to you by Clark's Ketchup. Drizzle that ketchup. All right. So that means that we vote first. Yes, it's been a month. It's been a literal month.
I know. I couldn't remember the last time.
Well, Castigs goes
Right.
first.
Joe
and then we
Castig, first vote. Jaron Duran. Because why not? And now, there it is. Steve, first vote.
He had a 1077 OPS in this series, hitting 385. He's somebody that I honestly never, ever in my wildest dreams would have expected to give a Clark's Ketchup Series MVP vote to. Had a big home run, which ended up being the game-winning home run in Game 2 of the series. David Hamilton for Series MVP.
Wow. Jake?
Yeah, I think Castig's nailed this one. Duran, big series, obviously. I think his two biggest games were the games we won, so I'm a big impact guy for Ketchup. Jaron Duran gave it to him.
Is that a vote for Duran?
That's for Duran.
2 for Duran, 1 for Hamilton. Tyler, your vote, please.
Yeah, so a lot of people were upset that I kind of put this out there ahead of time. I put it in my Tykus, obviously, Duran, Ketchup, and I think that's where I'm going to go here. David Hamilton ended up having 5 hits in this series. You kind of look at Duran, he had 6. And I think Duran's just kind of been the spark plug for them overall, whether it was forcing Whit Merrifield to throw that ball away and, 2 runs end up coming and scoring to make it 4-3. 2 doubles tonight that kind of led the offense and got the whole team going. I think David Hamilton's been great. Still, he scares me with the defense from time to time. Some of those throws I think he got bailed out on. Duran is Mr. Steady. I got to give it to him again.
Colin Mick.
So I'm between 2 people. Neither of them played in this series. One of them was the last active Montreal Expo in professional sports. It's hard to see that guy come back
Brandon
to town
Phillips?
and everyone starts winning immediately. Tom, Edward, Patrick, Brady Jr. came to New England. The Red Sox started winning again. I find that hard to believe it's a coincidence. But I think my vote's going to go to somebody I just truly admire somebody who cares about winning in this town. The cash poorest owner in Boston, Wick Grousbeck. Net worth, according to Google, $400 million. John Henry net worth, $5.1 billion. Wick Grousbeck has pledged $420 million to Jaylen Brown over a decade. That's less money than it's more money than he fucking has his own. John Henry can't pay anyone else. It's Wick Grousbeck, a guy who cares about winning. Every owner in town should be like Wick Grousbeck, and it's disgusting that they aren't. Wick, congrats on the catch-up, pal.
Hell of a vote. I feel like I'm looking at it all wrong right now. Like, one of the big factors that I'm weighing, I don't want to say most heavily, but the fact that I am weighing it, like, Duran has won Ketchup multiple times. Who knows if David Hamilton will ever have a chance to win it again?
That's what I factored in, yeah.
Like,
we're doing charity votes now?
No, it's not.
No, you don't believe in David Hamilton?
That feels
That's
like
yours.
pity ketchup?
Well, it's not pity ketchup. It's earned ketchup. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to overlook David Hamilton and take for granted the run that he's been on and be like, oh, he can win the ketchup somewhere down the line. Like, what if this is his one shot at ketchup? And I robbed
might be
him
his
of
only
it.
ketchup.
It could be.
Yeah.
He's received votes before.
But ketchup,
Not serious
5 hits for
consideration
Duran.
ketchup.
5 hits for Duran and the 2 wins.
I have an official vote for David Hamilton for ketchup, the Angels series.
right? But
On the record.
I guess I know what Jerry's saying. Like when he can actually get the ketchup, he wasn't getting the ketchup in that series.
Sorry, everyone else didn't appreciate him then. Glad you guys caught up. Stealing Jared's
Yeah, I was
line.
gonna say.
Careful with that, Colin. People
Wait,
don't like being. People don't
catch
like
up.
when you're. People don't like when you're right and they're wrong. They don't like that.
It's a great line.
Way to catch up, Jared.
Oh shit! I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm submitting my vote for David Hamilton.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm in on David Hamilton right now. Yeah. You know what? I also factored into the David Hamilton vote is he can't reach first base to save his fucking life, so it makes Bob look better too.
Oh.
I appreciate that he makes Bob look good, and I appreciate that he wore what? I appreciate that he wore the mic on Wednesday as well to let us in on how. I tweeted, I was like, David Hamilton seems like he's an awesome teammate. So having that in the dugout as well, like that factors in. We never get to see that. So David Hamilton wearing the mic, another thing that factored
Super
in.
nice guy.
Super nice guy. Like it confirmed that we were right again.
Yeah,
we were right about that.
I was locked in on the Celtics when you sent that tweet, and I just assumed he just kicked a ball right over the monster, just clean over the monster.
Just like pushed Bob into the camera well by an accident.
Yeah. You're like, this fucking dickhead. How dare he? How dare he?
Oh, wait. I have one
What?
last thought.
For what? You already voted, dude. What?
Just for the people to consider.
What?
David Hamilton
All
reached
these
base
people-
3 times.
Huh?
3 times in the 2 wins, right?
Yep.
Jaron Duran reached base 6 times. That's all I have to say.
Yep, you already voted. Yep, every vote has been submitted, so thank you for that information.
Just a thought.
All right, to the panel we go.
Wait.
Loomer Loney.
Wait.
What?
You said Hamilton reached base 3 times?
Yeah, that can't be right.
We got 3
He
hits.
He had 5 hits.
On the 12th? Yeah, in the 12th and the 13th, the 2 wins.
We're talking about the series.
No, I'm talking about the 2 wins. We talk about the meaning of the 2 wins all the time, how those games have higher priority. Duran
Did you
doubled him in time on
clarify,
base.
Tyler, did you clarify
Go back. I said
that
the 2 wins. I did.
It's the Clark's Ketchup Series
Yep.
MVP,
And
not the
we
Clark's
have
Ketchup
agreed.
only games that they won VP.
We have agreed the wins mean more, have we not?
We haven't. I'm the only one who ever makes that point, and it largely gets
It's
ignored.
a good point. Good point, Colt.
You're fucking close. Lou Merlone. Couple guys could be MVP, but because it seems like it's been a month since we've been able to pick one, I feel like the tiebreaker is the monthly achievement award, and that goes to David Hamilton.
I do love that Lou just makes up his own stuff. I respect it.
Jemai Webster. He said, "It's time to let her drizzle. Welcome to the party, David Hamilton." OB. He's talking Sox. And he's voting for Jarren Duran.
Ooh.
What's the tally at, Jake?
That's 4 for Duran, 4 for Hamilton, 1 for Wick Grossbeck.
Fuck!
Oh, let's go. Yes, Wick.
It's 4-4?
4
Yeah,
4
Wick's
1.
still got time to
One.
come back.
Fuck!
We have multiple votes left, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Next vote, Will Middlebrooks. Will Middlebrooks says, Captain Chaos, Jarren Duran, the Angry Lizard. Wow.
Captain Chaos could be Hamilton's nickname.
Yeah, I
too.
didn't fully know where he was going.
Yeah. Next up. So it's 5-4 right now, Duran. Next vote. What do we got? 2 left?
believe so.
Tom Caron. David goddamn Hamilton, AL Rookie of the Year.
Will, your disrespect.
This is perfect once again.
So we are knotted up at 5-5, Jake.
It's all tied up for Will.
It's all tied up for Will. Yeah, wow. 5-5. Bottom of the 9th. And by the way, Will Fleming actually in advance apologized for having a long video or voice submission. So I'm going to play it and we're not going to know who won the fucking thing for a long time. So here we go.
My dudes, what the fuck is up?
Yeah.
Feels like it's been a year since we've been able to come together and drizzle once and for all. You know, I thought this would be a special Loomer cameo, but he's become a TV prima donna, and he pulled the old Jerry Remy. He bolted. He was in his car before the final out of the game was recorded. But fear not, your boy Will is here, and I did one better. I mean, I even consulted a Hall of Famer during our broadcast for his thoughts on the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP. We'll get to that in a minute. I know that the Phillies are diminished. They don't have Turner. They don't have Real Muto. They don't have Marsh. They just came back from London. Take all that and shove it. This team, this Red Sox team, has been up and down 500, frustrating, exhilarating, all over the map. To me, in the course of a long season, you got to celebrate moments like this. This is a series win over the best team in the National League. And the way they did it, again, this is not Dom Smith and the dearly departed Garrett Cooper winning them games. This is the young, future key pieces that triggered this series win. So there are some directions we could go with the series MVP. I have a hard time ever not mentioning Tanner Houck. The man is an ace. Full stop, end of story. I think he should start the All-Star game if he keeps up at this rate, especially if the Red Sox can handle Heel tomorrow at Fenway Park. Houck is just a dominant starter. They haven't had one in almost 20 years. So Tanner gets major packets and major love. For a lot of today, I thought I was going to go with David Hamilton because this guy has come out of nowhere for 3 weeks. He has lifted this offense. Alex Cora hits him second now, and he should. He hit the home run in Chicago. That was a big swing, and he just does it over and over again. And Manuel Valdez has become a totally different hitter. He's peppering the monster every single night. But in the end, I'm going to take Joe Castig's advice and sort of choose the unavoidable, inevitable man. A guy who we all need to start saying this loud and often. Jarren Duran deserves to be in the All-Star game. I mean, it is unbelievable what he's doing, impacting the game on both sides. The list of guys at the top of the extra base hit leaderboard are Judge, Tucker, Soto, Bobby Witt, and Jarren Duran. Enough said. The guy needs to be in Texas, and the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP is the angry lizard, Jarren motherfucking Duran.
Wow. I love how Will just calls it. Like, he doesn't even say, my vote is. He's just like, here's who it is. It's Jarren motherfucking Duran. The Clark's Ketchup Series MVP for the 4th time this year? Is that
4-timer, I believe, yeah.
4-time Clark's Ketchup Series MVP, Jarren Duran. Has he ever even interacted with winning the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP? He doesn't give a fuck, I don't think.
No, I think he thinks it's cool. I let him know, and he's like, "Oh, that's sick." I think he actually cares that he's winning these.
Sounds like
Yeah.
I hope he does. He's like, "Oh, that's cool."
I'd also like to say that sounded like Castig's voted twice. Will sounded heavily influenced. I think he would have went Hamilton.
Yeah,
if Castig's
That's a
didn't push him
good
that
question
direction.
to ask him. I'm gonna ask him that if I see him tomorrow. And be like, would you be honest? If Joe Castig didn't say Duran, are you going Hamilton? And he would say, you know what? I was gonna go David Hamilton. Because that was maybe the right. I don't know. I'm not. There's been times where I've been on the losing end of the voting and been really disappointed and been like, how do we get this wrong? This one I don't feel bad about.
No.
Strong
he
showing.
deserves it.
Strong showing for David Hamilton.
Will Fleming, by the way, he said it was long-winded. I timed it 2 minutes and 43 seconds. That wasn't that bad, all things considered. Yeah, and I, coming in with the song and everything, big production. Yeah, I know. No, I know.
No one hits us with more
there goes that
DMCA strikes
sponsor.
than Will
Yeah,
Fleming.
there goes that YouTube money, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Jarren Duran, second in the AL in doubles, leads all the majors in triples. The doubles, I feel like, don't get talked about because of how often he hits triples, which you see how hard it is to do when Manuel Valdez tries it.
Oh, he loves getting thrown out at third base. Does it every night.
It's very funny. That was the loosest I can remember seeing them since like the Seattle series. The whole team.
Yeah.
Cora was like laughing in his face when he got thrown out. The last
Valdez
time.
like getting thrown out at third base and still getting up and doing the thing. Like he did that. What, last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tonight.
Well, I think
he got
today he just
thrown out tonight, but he still did the fucking. He got up and he was like, fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, he got thrown out at third twice in this series, right? Like that would typically be terrible, but it's like, it's Valdez just joking around.
Yeah, he's just a wild guy.
2-0 when he does it.
Last 15 games, he has a 900 OPS. Last 7, it's almost 1,000.
Valdez can get away with everything. Like he can mess everything up, and it's just like it's Valdez. Like, what do you think he's gonna do? And then he'll hit a big bomb. So
Valdez, yeah,
that's what he does.
Hey,
he's sneaky electric.
Yeah.
Cora said it when he got sent down. He's like, let it heat up a little bit, and you'll see those balls start carrying that we're dying on the warning track. That's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
He can hit righties. Can't hit lefties. We know that for sure, but he can hit righties, and That's worth something. It's a platoon guy.
Woo. Hey, if you want to go see the Sox Yanks this weekend, by the way, 6:30 start. 6:30 start to accommodate the Celtics. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer that it gets to first pitch, with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. The plan is to go tomorrow, but I don't even know if we're going to go now, Steve.
We'll see. We'll see what the deal is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have tickets from Game Time for tomorrow. Might as well use them. I don't know. Because it's going to rain.
Likely. Yep.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. As a tease, we'll find out in the Billy's Gummy Bears weather look ahead. Brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Well, if you want to go to see the Red Sox and Yankees this weekend, please do, because it's going to be super embarrassing when the crowd is 80% Yankee fans. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. Save even more with exclusive in-app deals on seats ahead of the game or the event. It's fucking 1 a.m. I got up at 7. I'm tired. This is my third show of the day. Save even more when you choose a section on Game Time and let them choose the seats for you. All-in pricing. Toggling this feature shows a total upfront with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you on 110% of the difference. The purchase, of course, is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry today. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10, that is SECTION10 for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. We can do the Stop and Shop look ahead, but Steve, do you have any suggestions or recommendations as far as life insurance is concerned?
Yeah, absolutely. I do, Jared. It's Ethos.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that, but I wanted to wait for you to say it to me, because I wasn't just gonna like assume that you were an Ethos guy. I wanted to hear it straight from you.
Of course, Jared. We all plan to be the best mom or dad we can be.
Right.
I'm obviously the dad on this podcast. And the thing you definitely don't want to be is the mom or dad without life insurance. Get affordable life insurance online in minutes with no medical exams. Just answer a few health questions for a quote and apply for coverage at ethoslife.com/section10.
Woo!
Get same-day coverage in 3 easy steps, quick, easy, and all online. Answer a few health questions 100% online. No medical exam required. See your rate in minutes. Term life policies start as low as $10 a month. Start your policy instantly. Ethos has demystified and modernized the process of finding life insurance. Ethos offers customizable coverage to fit your needs and budget. Get everything done online with no complicated forms, doctor appointments, or waiting for results. Just answer some health questions online and get covered instantly. Again, be the parent you want to be. Get up to $2 million in term life insurance coverage in 10 minutes with Ethos. Answer just a few health questions like we mentioned, and get your free quote at ethoslife.com/section10. That is ETHOS life.com/section10.
Hell yeah, brother. Jake, how long we been going for?
We're coming up on 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, that's a meaty pod.
I'm hearing we're going to cook through this preview. The news just came in.
Yeah.
Was the news wrong?
Oh, this is for next week.
You didn't see the rain delay.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Cam Boozer for getting his first win.
All right.
Fourth oldest pitcher in Red Sox history.
To get their first win?
Yes.
First major league win or first win with the... Nah, it can't be the first win with the Red Sox. Yeah, first major league win.
Correct.
Yep.
With the Red Sox, yes.
I fucking heard you.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure. I thought you interpreted it the other way. Also, Nick Castellanos should have scored on that inside the park homer. I'll add that.
I
to the
agree.
equation.
That was who did Jamie fumble that relay, right?
Yeah, I think even if he didn't send him,
he's
Dusty walked in.
He's got to pick it the fuck up, right?
No, hey, listen.
Yeah.
Actually, he has cooled down a little bit.
I mean, everyone's cooled down except for David Hamilton, Jaron Duran.
This is ballsy. This is just
What?
pissing. Steve looks like he's ready to kill someone.
Why?
Is this a protest?
To what? Where am I
Steve,
protesting?
No, I'm looking something up.
Steve's looking something up, dude. Why are you assuming that Steve's in a good mood?
I'm concerned. I worry about other people's feelings.
Dude, we're about to win a title. I'm pumped.
NBA champs, baby. We did it.
I thought we were talking about the Sox.
Stop and Shop, look ahead. Brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop right now. Use promo code section 10 and you will get 10 cents off each tangerine when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines. This deal is only at Stop and Shop. Please save them. please go down to Stop and Shop and spend some money because they fucking need it bad. But use the promo code section 10. It's a verbal coupon and it'll get you 10 cents off those greens when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines only at Stop and Shop. This is a 3-game set with the New York Yankees. It is mid-June, and this is the first time that we are playing the New York Yankees, which feels a little weird, but at the same time, who cares? The rivalry is not... Like, I hate, like, rivalry talk. I just, Tyler O'Neill was talking about it after the game. He's like, yeah, I'm a Red Sox, and I'm excited. First taste of the rivalry. It's like, it's going to sound like Yankee Stadium. So, this is not the real rivalry. This is fake rivalry.
Verdugo's coming back.
Oh yeah, we got to get there for the standing O. Steve,
I cannot wait.
Oh man,
it's going to be like I would say get to your seats early because this ovation is going to be absolutely nuts, and you're probably listening, wanting to participate in the ovation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be clapping my cheeks off tomorrow night at Fenway.
Yeah.
Whole crowd throwing ass.
everyone's just twerking. Like, he's back.
Yeah.
37,000 pairs of cheeks just flapping in the wind.
Yeah. I'm going to be crying and clapping. Doogie.
I think it's going to be a weird reaction. I don't think it's just going to be straight up booze. I think it's just going to be like,
you know what's
Doogie's
funny
back?
is he is going to get a standing ovation because it's going to be 80% Yankee fans there.
Yeah, true.
Like he's going to think he got a standing ovation from the fans and he's these are all Yankee fans.
Does he tip his helmet?
Mm-hmm.
You think he does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
He played very nice talking to Castillo. Very nice. But
When did
much
he do
different
that?
than he sounded over the offseason.
When did he do that?
It was a week ago or so, yeah.
Yeah, Castillo went to New York while the Dodgers were there and basically did a sit down with them.
Yeah, he was saying the core stuff was all kind of overblown and whatnot. So
I mean, just because it's water under the bridge at this point.
it is easy to say now.
It was more shots at the front office. He was like, I wish they had, at the trade deadline, went and did things to maybe let us compete a little bit more, have a bigger push. But he said 2021 was the best part of his career.
Yeah, it was. It's good times. It's Cooper Criswell versus Luis. It's Heel?
Yep.
It's Heel. Yep.
Heel. Luis Heel. Brian Bayo versus Carlos Rodon and Cutter Crawford versus Marcus Stroman, and it's fucking Sunday Night Baseball. God damn it.
Ugh.
What if Is there a potential game 5 on Sunday?
No, Monday.
That would be Monday.
Sunday is Father's Day.
Yeah, Sunday's Father's Day.
Did they switch the rotation? Because the game I'm looking at has Bayo versus Heel.
That's what I'm looking at as well. Rodon versus Criswell. Stroman versus Cutter.
Bayo versus Heel. Criswell versus Rodon. Cutter versus Stroman. Yeah. Anyways. Luis Heel. 8-1, a 2.04 ERA, an 0.93 WHIP, and a 10.8 strikeouts per 9. He's having an excellent season. Showcased in his MLB leading 4.2 hits per 9. That is crazy low. He has only allowed 5+ hits 3 times this year. Few issues for Heel is he is also walking batters at an equal rate, 4.2 walks per 9. He has allowed 35 hits this year, and he has walked 35 batters this year. His FIP is 306, which shows that he may be due for some regression. He's walked 3+ batters in 6 of 13 starts this year and has a game in which he walked 7 fucking batters. He allowed 3 earned runs in his last start, the most that he's allowed since April 26th. He's a 3-pitch guy, 4-seam change slider. Uses the 4-seam 55% of the time, throws about 96.5 miles an hour. The Yankees are 11-2 when he starts, and both losses were in April. They are also 1-2 when he allows 3+ earned runs. In game 2, Carlos Rodon, 9-2 with a 2.93 ERA, a 1.05 WHIP, and an 8.3 strikeouts per 9. He's having a pretty good year. Despite, I think we expect more strikeouts from Rodon, but I mean, seeing a 2.93 after the year that he had last year, didn't he go into a recluse? Didn't he just go into the woods and he did one of the Aaron Rodgers things? He isn't striking people out like he was at his peak, 12.6, 12, and that was 21 and 22. He's down to 8.3 this year. He's allowed 11 home runs to lead 4.10 FIP. He's pitched into the 7th inning in 5 of his last 7 starts. Fastball is in the 95th percentile for run value. Changeup, very good this year. The Yankees are 11-3 when he starts and have won 7 straight. In the finale, it's Steve's buddy, Marcus Stroman. 6-2, a 2.82 ERA, a 1.24 WHIP, and a 6.6 strikeouts per 9. Like every pitcher that the Red Sox are facing in this series, the FIP and the ERA are not in lockstep. Stroman has a far bigger gap than the other two. He has a 2.82 ERA and a 4.79 FIP, nearly a 2-run difference. He's been lights out or quite poor this year. 8 starts of 0 or 1 earned runs allowed. 5 with 0 is pretty good. And 4 starts of 4+ earned runs. Stroman has 6 games of 5+ strikeouts. The Yankees are 2-4 in those games. They're 8-0 when he has 4 or less strikeouts. So we got to go out there and punch out on Sunday. He's been very good on the road this year, and he's sucked at Yankee Stadium, which is kind of like what everyone said when he signed there. On the road, a 1.56 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, and a 4.5 strikeouts per 9, which is awful, but whatever. He limits the damage. The cutter has been great for him this year, 20% usage. The Yankees score a ton of runs for him, 5.34 runs per game in support, and the team is 10-4 in his starts. So that is Brian Bayo versus Luis Heel, Cooper Criswell versus Carlos Rodon, and Cutter Crawford versus Marcus Stroman on Sunday Night Baseball. Prediction time, Steven.
The Yankees are on pace to go 112-50. That would be 2 wins shy of their winningest season of all time in 1998 when they went 114-48. 2 dudes in all of baseball have an OPS over 1,000 right now. It's Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, which kind of sucks. The Yanks are first in RBIs, first in team ERA, first in batting average, second in OPS, second in walks, second in homers. I am going to take the Red Sox winning 1 out of 3, and that would have them at 500 after the series ends, and hopefully the win is the series finale against that bum Marcus Stroman.
I thought you guys were pals. Now you're back to calling him a bum?
I think we were pals a little bit, and then it's just now it's like he's Yankees bum. I don't think he's like Yankee bum now.
Yeah, Yankee bum.
He Yankee bum now.
Yeah. Jake, what are you feeling for this series right now?
I'd be shocked if we don't sweep, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I feel like they just know that the ALCS is at their fingertips, and this is obviously the team that they have to get through to get there. So I think they're just fired up for this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the way that you look at it. It's big picture. It's like, this is the ALDS preview this weekend. Red Sox, Yankees, Chapter 1. So that's going to be exciting. Coley?
So part of the reason I'm still in on Bayo is I believe he can get up for big games, and he hasn't had one this year. The Red Sox haven't had many. If he had pitched in the Phillies series, I would have qualified that as a big game. Friday night national game against the Yankees is a big game. ESPN Plus, so fake national, but nevertheless. Show me what you got. He's done this before. I'm also going 1 out of 3, but I think that's the one. Cooper Criswell versus this lineup. I can't imagine that goes well. And he'll, like you said, 55% with that fastball. I'd like to. They've been jumping pitchers early when they have succeeded. They're not waiting late in counts. They're swinging early. I would like to see a lot of that. Don't let him get ahead in the count and wipe you out with that slider or change piece. Just hit the fastball. That's my strategy. So yeah, 1 out of 3, back to 500, where we belong.
Where we belong, where we are summoned currently. Yeah, that's. I'll let Tyler go first, but I've got some things I gotta talk through out loud.
Yeah, I'm with Coley. I think Brian Bayo, talking about big games, we're talking about the Yankees, and so far in Brian Bayo's career, he's been a Yankees killer. That's just the reality of it. He's made 5 starts against them. It's a 1.45 ERA. He's gone at least 6 innings in 4 out of 5 starts, 7 innings in 2 of those. So Bayo, we're talking about showing up in these big games. This is the spot. Yeah, Cooper Criswell, I couldn't agree more with Coley on that. Like, good fucking luck to you. That's just not a good spot. And you look at Cutter, he's given up a homer in 5 straight starts, obviously 2 in this last one. Stroman, we know what the FIP is, right? It's way higher than it actually, or what the ERA is. So he's been, things have been working out for him. But at the same time, he's a guy who keeps the ball on the ground, never strikes out a ton. I just feel like this is one of those spots where the Red Sox, they'll win 3 in a row here, get that Bayo win. But you're going to end up splitting between the Yankees and the Phillies series. So give me 1 out of 3 as well.
Yeah, so the Red Sox never win series openers. But they never win series openers. And they don't really lose on Sundays. And I feel like Cooper Criswell is going to get his dick bitten off.
Bitten off, okay.
So that makes me say 1 out of 3, where the Red Sox have to avoid the sweep on Sunday, and they do, which also gets them to 500.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like we have the script. They don't win on Friday. They have to win on Sunday
it's a must win
to get out 500 on a day that they don't lose. They don't lose when they're a game under, and they don't lose on Sunday, and they don't win on Friday. So the Lord would tell us that this is a loss win series for the Red Sox. And I'd be more than fine with that.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I was going to say, what is the outcome where you'd be like, you were talking earlier, they're going to play, 600 ball for a while to really lock in that 6 seed. If if they took 2 out of 3, are your balls tingling? 2 out of 3 against the Phillies, 2 out of 3 against the Yankees. Would that do it, or would it have to be a sweep?
2 out of 3 would be nice, but now I'm worried about like, are we throwing off the balance here? Like I don't. It's like being a kid, like a little kid running away from home. Like you can't get too far away from the front steps. It's like I'm gonna pack up a little bag and throw it over my shoulder and say that I'm running away from home, but I'm not gonna go too far. So I would get nervous getting that far away from 500 on any end of the spectrum, up or down.
I will say on the positive side of things, Brian Bayo isn't the only Yankees killer pitching. So is Cutter Crawford. You go through, it's about 23 2/3. It's 4 starts.
Well, yeah,
it's
he's pitching on
190
Sunday.
ERA.
That's a win. Yeah, he's pitching on
There you go.
Sunday.
1 out of 3.
Cutter and Bayo have both carved up the Yankees.
Well, did the Red Sox really think through moving Bayo's start earlier into the daylight?
Not smart.
Yeah, well, that's a loss anyway. It's a Friday and Heels pitching. Yeah. Yeah.
That is a prove yourself moment, though. Two young arms.
Scheduled loss. Scheduled loss.
Big time.
Yeah. If they win on Saturday, I'm going to be super confused.
Yeah, that one would make no sense. That's the one they're going to end up winning. They're going to lose Friday and Sunday. Criswell's going to go 8.
That's the worst possible outcome. Like, if we're going to win 1 out of 3, it better be Sunday. It better be Sunday. It just all makes too much sense. We got the script. Loss, win. All right. That's the pick. Steven?
Weather look ahead, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
You chew them with your mouth, Tyler.
Red Sox. Yeah, Tyler. What do you do, Tyler?
You chew them.
I just said Tyler.
Tyler?
Yeah, you chew. Hey, Tyler, what do you got? You chew
Tyler.
them with your mouth. Red Sox
Tyler.
face the Yankees for the first time in 2024. And it's the first time for 78 days into the season that they're facing the Yankees, which is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
We are seeing the rivalry at Fenway Park only on Nesson and Fox and ESPN. Friday, 6:30 p.m. First pitch, 76
Whoa!
degrees.
Oh my fucking God. We got a 76 piece on a Friday? Oh man, I don't know what to think about that. That's confusing too. This is a confusing series. I mean, no one besides Jake picked the Red Sox sweep. I mean, if you start off that series 76 degrees, anything can happen. Anything.
But
thunder. Is it going to thunder?
Thunderstorms at Fenway Park.
Oh, my God.
It is a 67% chance of rain, basically in the 60s for percentage chance of rain throughout the game. So, yeah, hopefully that becomes scattered and just hopefully the thunderstorms don't happen.
Wait a minute.
I would love if this got washed out.
What if?
And then they split.
Wait a minute. What if they get rained out on Friday and they have to play a double header on Sunday, and they somehow go from we were gonna win 1 out of 3 to now we're gonna win 2 out of 3 because we get to play 2 games on Sunday?
Could be the case.
Yeah,
that'd be the Cooper Criswell day.
That's fine. You're moving a game out of Friday, so that's a scheduled loss, and you're moving it to scheduled win day, which is Sunday.
Yeah, either way, I would just like to focus even more on the Celtics. Like, I know they moved up to 6:30.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, how about you just get rid of it? Just completely
just don't
eliminate
play at all.
Just don't play.
Like, what a non-issue that they didn't do it. Like, they did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, watch the Yankees tee off before you watch the Celtics. Like, who the fuck? What?
I know.
What are you talking about?
It kind of felt like we want to get involved in all the fun. They're having watch parties and everything. It's like, oh, we'll move the game up.
That's what It felt like they were clearing out traffic so people could get to the garden with less people in the way.
Yeah.
That's what it
Essentially,
felt like.
yeah. So
Friday's
we'll see
gonna
on
be
Friday.
A bloodbath.
Yeah, it
for
doesn't look great.
The Red Sox.
Doesn't look great. Saturday, 7:15 p.m. First pitch, 73 degrees, sunny. 9 p.m., 9 mile an hour winds, 1% chance of rain. Saturday looks like the best weather day of the series. Sunday, 7:10 p.m. First pitch, 71 degrees, partly cloudy, 9 mile an hour winds, 0% chance of rain. That will do it for your weather look ahead, which is brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. Chew them with your mouth, Chyler.
All right. Big weekend. Jake's going to win an NBA title this weekend. Sox Yanks, doubleheader on Sunday. It's going to be 76 on Friday. We're going to have maybe an NBA title and have it be 76 degrees at the same time. That's going to be cool. I'm trying to get some sushi this weekend. I'm also I'm gonna be at a dance recital on Saturday for the game, so that means I'm gonna have to bring a fucking earpiece and watch the game on my phone. See, that's what you do, Tyler. Instead of like going to Nicki Minaj and not watching the game at all, you got to go earpiece. You got to go Nessun 360 on the phone. You didn't do any of that shit. You're a clown, dog.
So I'm going to put this out there right now.
Okay.
On Saturday, I will be running that plan.
Where are you going to be?
I have concert tickets I bought for Martha.
What concert are you going to now, dude?
It's at the Xfinity Center.
That's not what
Niall
I asked.
Horan.
Who?
From One Direction. He was the Irish kid, the blonde hair kid.
You're such a simp.
It's for my girl. I told her I'd love to take her, and I'm gonna follow through. I will have the game on my phone.
For Martha, she deserves it for what you put her, that poor woman, through.
Hey. She was very unhappy that I put her in the Nips for Trips picture.
Didn't she pose for it? What did she think was happening?
She posed, right?
Yeah, I had to take like 4 to get her to do it because she was like ducking out of the way.
But
I told
like
her it would
don't
Don't do it.
Yeah.
No, I just was like, listen, the people need it.
Yeah. All right. Does anyone have any final thoughts? Tyler?
Can you ever say it with any like happiness or
Well, because you're probably
enthusiasm?
gonna say something stupid. Go ahead.
Congratulations to Miguel Blaise on getting promoted to high A. Got his first hit tonight. RBI, had a ridiculous throw from right field.
Saw that.
Well
Saw that
deserved.
video. Yeah.
We've talked about what the numbers were at single A before. Obviously, surface numbers weren't anything too crazy, but K rate down, walk rate up, hitting the ball hard. He's healthy. He's back.
Shout out to Miguel Blaise. Holt?
No, I mean comparing it to 2018, just not super.
The Celtics?
perfect.
I said that
Yeah.
like 2.5 hours ago, brother.
He's been sitting
No, I
on
mean,
this.
you tweeted
He's
it
been-
days ago. Yeah, you quickly moved past it. I made a face. Usually, when I make a face, you go what, and then I address it. You didn't do the what this time. So yeah, I've been thinking about it. It's like the level of dominance certainly similar, but like the path, the road, not.
Yeah,
quite
that's
the
fair.
same.
The hell was that?
Coley has so many bugs
I've
in
been
his
getting
room.
attacked.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, so like I put my AC in and there's this tiny crack that I just didn't tape over. And I was like, that'll be fine. It's not. It's not
Yeah.
fine at all. Not fine. There's so many moths in here.
You gotta do something about that.
You would think I got these big fucking lights. I thought they loved lights, and they're not
Yeah.
going towards the lights.
Yeah. Steven, final thoughts?
Yeah, I just want the C's to wrap it up on Friday.
Yeah,
Going
wrap it up.
80-20 for a season, this is clean.
That's
That
clean.
is very clean. You win 80% of your games, shut everybody up, and little parade on Monday after Father's Day. That'll be fitting.
You gonna take your whole fucking family to the parade? Or?
Probably, yeah. If Dan's still here. Yeah.
What's great is Jared only travels with his entire
know.
family. Every time I see him, he's got more people with him, and he's like, "Here comes Steve with his fucking big-headed family again."
Always doing family stuff. This guy, jeez.
I was just asking. I didn't say it any type of way.
Yeah, probably.
No, never.
I hope you guys have fun.
Thank you. I hope it's Monday.
15-0 from the couch. 0-2 with fucking Jerry buckets.
All facts.
Yes, Tyler.
Happy Father's Day, Coley.
Happy Father's Day.
It's not Father's Day yet.
It's going to be.
Jared, happy
Thank you.
Father's Day.
But I'll talk.
Are you
to
taking that?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, Happy Father's Day. I didn't know.
Happy
Thank-
Father's Day, Jared.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I didn't know the rules.
Happy Father's Day, Coley.
Thank you.
Yes, Tyler.
Happy Father's Day, Jake.
I'm not a father.
Father of the podcast.
Thanks.
Thanks. Jake's takes.
Quick note from Jeremy. I got to read it because it's very accurate. If we do walk-up music for the Derby, Tyler's has to be the suspension music.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I'll
Yeah.
cook.
Yeah, that's a good. I like
It's
that.
a bop. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Tyler.
Tyler.
Last thought.
Hold on. Time out. All right. New rule. It's got to be like the finger up now has to be like mound visits. Like you only get X amount.
Yes.
I barely used them today.
You use 9 at least.
You used one during
Yeah,
the
you
suspension.
tried. Yeah, that
that was
counts.
crazy.
Yeah. The finger up to get your turn.
I do
How many mount?
He's like, I still would like to talk. I just want
It should be like a challenge. If it's a good point, then
No.
it doesn't count.
Oh, you're losing it within the
Right.
first 5 minutes. If those are the rules.
How many mound visits do you get? 6.
6, I think, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
All right, it's 5. Actually, it's unlimited for Coley and Steve. It's 5 for Tyler.
What?
Yes.
We
don't abuse it.
No.
You haven't even given me a chance.
No, we've given you 3 months so far.
Okay. It's 4 mound visits, by the way. To make my point, Jeremy.
Why would you bring that up? You
Yeah,
just got
Jeremy.
4 for you.
Hi, Jeremy. I know you're in the call. I told Jake I would start saying hi to you when you're in here because I feel like we never say hello. Jeremy, I care about you. I value you. That's it.
Now you're making it. Now Tyler's making it look like he cares more about Jeremy than we do. I care a
that's
ton
not-
about
I
Jeremy.
care.
No, now
I
you're
care the
just
most
saying
about
shit.
Jeremy. So-
Jeremy's awesome. I saw him last weekend.
Is Jeremy in here, Jake?
I didn't know there was someone else in.
Yeah, he's always in here.
He's in here every show.
See, you don't know shit. You don't know
He's
about
invisible.
that. You don't
yeah,
know.
he watches every show. Yeah.
How? I mean, it was, first of all, it was my idea to have that happen. I just didn't know that it was happening because you can't see him.
No. Like, I don't feel bad dragging this out to the people I can see. I didn't know there was someone behind the curtain that was just like, well, these fucking idiots.
Yeah, that's
shut
true.
up.
It's probably like this every show, by the way. Once we get past 2 hours.
Every show. Oh, good. A 2-game series. This will
Yeah.
be quick.
Yeah, that was like, what, 3 1/4 maybe?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my
Yeah.
final thought, I apologize to Jeremy. I didn't know that he was, I didn't know that you could do that. How is he back? Where is he?
It's like
Yeah,
real
he's got a
producers.
producer link, so he just chills and takes notes.
That's awesome.
Jeremy, I think of you.
I think of Jeremy all the time.
I will now.
Not enough.
Listen,
Drop Jeremy in the chat, guys. Drop it in the chat.
I mean, now that idea's in my head, we got to talk about walk-up songs next episode on Sunday. We'll talk about it on Sunday.
I was like,
Jeremy's got
he's
to
gonna
go to
die.
bed. Yeah, Jeremy's got to go to bed.
Steve's like, this episode is.
This episode is so retired right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. All right. Oh, one last thing. One last thing.
Steve's just gonna leave like he did last episode.
Steve's just pointing a gun at his camera.
Section10merch.com. Section10merch.com. We will be dropping more. I just got some new designs that I just was looking at 10 minutes ago. Check out section10merch.com if you haven't gotten your merch yet. And check out the vlog from the Sea Dogs on our YouTube channel. That's all I got. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you for bitching online all week too. I mean, it means that you're passionate about the show, even though you're fucking annoying as shit. It means that you're passionate about the show, and we appreciate that. So we love you guys, and we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Buenas noches, amigos.